is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego, only on WTOP.
You can see the Lakers are wearing pink, as it is Pink the Rink Night here at the Marano Campus Center. Hi, and welcome to Hockey Night in Oswego. Jake Vandenbroek alongside Dylan McGuinn. Happy Pink the Rink Night, my man.
Yeah, awesome to be here.
Well, Pink the Rink Night, this is what it all started. You got to go back to 2012. And tonight, this first puck drop, it is in honor of Rachel Winhausen, who for over 3 years, she is battling Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, and she is able to get back on her feet. Women's basketball star, a big center, a huge aspect for this team. And this is what Diane Dillon had to say for Rachel Hausen. And you go, we are honored to have one of our own Oswego State athletes dropping the ceremonial puck with Hodgkin's lymphoma during her sophomore year. We are honored to have the puck drop for her. And Dylan, what a special honor this is.
Yeah, awesome. Obviously, in a situation like that, your most primary concern is just your health, being able to get back to a regular everyday life. But the fact that she's been able to return to the court and just play so well is very inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. And none of her teammates, her coach didn't even think at the time, her old coach Tracy Bruno didn't think that she would be able to be back. But now, one of the big scorers and rebounders last season, and now as a graduate student, she is now, this is her last year. She's really taking it all in. I actually spoke with her for a story that I had to write for the Oswegonian, and man, oh man, she is really excited to be back on the ice. But switching over, yeah, the Oswego State Lakers, they will be wearing pink tonight, as I just mentioned earlier, and this year's Oswego jersey will be number 18, and both jerseys will be on display in the college bookstore. Donations must be made in increments of $10 with a minimum opening bid of $100, and you can be doing your bidding at OswegoLakers.com. That bid is going to be closing next Thursday on Thanksgiving at 12 p.m. It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Unique jersey, not something you get a chance to buy every day, and obviously raise money for a great cause. So
yeah,
really
absolutely.
Cool.
What did you think about the officials' jerseys that they're going to be wearing?
It's interesting. It's unique because obviously we have a pink Oswego jersey. They're wearing pink, but right. I've never seen a ref wear a pink jersey. But I think it's cool, and obviously the money is going towards. Couldn't go towards a better cause, really.
Yeah, definitely for a better cause, indeed. And they honestly look like the Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms. They really do.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it, but
yeah,
with
their throwback uniforms that they wore in the 60s, looks pretty much alike. But as you can see, Cortland is getting warmed up here. As you know, where are their pink uniforms? That's really the question for them, but it would be a little bit confusing for the officials and the bookkeepers up on the booth to understand who is which, so that would be a little bit confusing. But could you see something like this? Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I could see Cortland, if you get two teams to collaborate, you could have Cortland maybe go primarily white with pink, or have Oswego do that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a really cool thing to do.
Absolutely. Well, coming up, 2 players from Oswego were announced as New HL's Athlete of the Week. We will tell you more of those coming up. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities.
At Oswego is where I really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
Red Dragons are warming up for Pink the Rink night, and the Lakers. Let's talk about them.
Yeah.
Quickly. They had a really good first few games, and the new HL has been awarded to Rachel Farmer and Avery Webster. Let's start talking about Avery Webster, the freshman. She has been playing a pivotal role on offense, and we saw that against Buff State. Dylan.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal. Defenseman, obviously, never really expected to score much. She's flipped the script. 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points in 4 games, including the only goal of the game in that Buff State, the 1-0 win. See here, also 12 shots on goal, so that's 3 a game. That's a lot for a defenseman. So that shows that she's generating a lot of chances, and that's a really encouraging sign from the young freshman.
Yeah, and tonight she will be starting on the second line. In the past, that she's been starting on the third, but she has been moving up to the second line. So she is making some really good remarks for this team. And with Avery Webster, the last time WTOP has been covering women's hockey in the exhibition game, very effective in that win against the London Junior Devilettes, as she was able to capitalize on a late goal in the third period. But then now let's switch it over to Rachel Farmer. 2 shutouts against Buff State.
Yeah. I mean, not much more to say. Back-to-back shutouts. Her only 2 starts of the year. She stopped all 60 shots she's faced so far, hasn't given up a goal. Former Cortland student, so goalie there.
So what do you think we're going to see from these 2 tonight?
I think it's going to be really interesting when you consider, obviously, Farmer being the goalie last year for this team, now playing against them. It's always an interesting thing, as you see here, 2 shutouts, 2 wins in 2 starts. Stopped all 60 shots, so couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, absolutely, as she was announced as player of the week, goalie of the week, I should say, from the new HL. Looked very sharp when you pitched 2 shutouts, and the fact that you are the ability to have 60 shots, 34 of those were on were the last game, and then 26 were the Friday too. So Buff State, they really were putting the shots up offensively, but man, oh man, Farmer was looking really strong in those 2 outings, no question about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the game against Wilkes where they had 3 shots on goal. It was a tight game, and Farmer just stood on her head all night.
It should be interesting to see what she is able to do tonight. But now let's look at the past matchups right now. When they were in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, 10-1 against Kings. Then you play Wilkes, shut out them 5-0. And then what we just talked about, the 2 shutouts with the Buffalo State Bengals. November 9th, they were able to win 2-0, and then their last game, 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the thing that stands out the most when you look at that is 1 goal allowed total for the first 4 games. Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. The freshman was a huge impact in this one. No doubt about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So now let's talk about Kate Randazzo's and how effective that she's been.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been real effective, just doing what it takes, doing what you have to do, making plays. I like the direction the team's headed in. I think 4-0 start, it's a great start, and I think just keep it going.
Yeah, and let's go to what they said about Kate Randazzo.
I mean, they're all doing really, really well. Both freshman goalies got to play our first
season games, and they both did very well. And the freshman D, Avery, Bailey, and Molly are really stepping up in their positions. They're all getting a lot of ice time and playing really well.
There's no question about it that Kate Randazzo is one of the leaders onto this program, Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's really taken a step here, playing in that top defensive pair with Madison Byrne, 2 goals and 2 assists this season, so also been a force as well as one of the top defenders on this team.
Yeah.
Really helping them both on the ice and in the locker room as well.
Absolutely. We are going to go to a commercial break. Don't go away. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Night here in the Murano Campus Center. Oswego coming into tonight's game. They have 3 shutouts, and let's start off talking about the goaltending. This is one of the big reasons why they've been very successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Not much more you can say about it. Obviously, we talked about Farmer earlier. 2 shutouts in 2 games, but the other 2 have not been such as Hannah Lindy and Cassie Shokar, both locking it down. 3 of them have combined to allow 1 goal in 4 games, which is obviously, as we talked about earlier, unbelievable.
And it's got to be awesome if you're Diane Dillon, the fact that you have so many options on who is in goal. Obviously, Rachel Farmer is going to be the starter. She has the most experience compared to what she did. 60 saves, 2 wins, 2 shutouts, a huge weekend for her in Buffalo State. And she is playing a heck of a lot better than what she was doing in Cortland. She played 24 games, a save percentage of .902, and giving up almost 3 goals a game.
Yeah, I would like to note that the Cortland team wasn't exactly giving her many favors last year. I think she's a great goaltender, and obviously off to a great start this year, so really looking to keep the momentum going.
And honestly, if you're Diane Dillon, you got to be thrilled that they were able to pick this girl up, because she has been very effective, and compared to what we've seen last season, Dylan, this team can really step it up.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously being a junior, having a lot of experience playing. Both the other goalies, Shokar and Lindley, both freshmen, so she can provide a lot of mentorship for them in net. So when she eventually moves on, one of them is going to be ready to take her spot.
Yeah, definitely a lot of leadership. And now one of the other things that they've been successful is offense.
Yeah.
The fact that they're putting so many shots up, Dylan.
Yeah, I talked about it. The first game against King College, 67 shots. The next night against Wilkes, 66 shots. That is unbelievable. Over a span of 2 games, they also scored 15 goals in those first 2 games.
Yeah, and you would think if you have to be a little bit frustrated if you're Diane Dillon, this Lakers team. The fact that you're putting up so many shots on net and you're only getting like 4 or 5, you're averaging those. And now it's going to go leading up to Kate Randazzo, who has been pretty efficient for this Lakers squad.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2 goals, just really just generating offense. She's a great defender, but she can push the puck, and that's something that you want from a defenseman, but you want to be able to make sure they can get back.
Yeah, and this is what Randazzo had to say about the offense.
I mean, we need to tighten up everything. It's the beginning of the season. We just need to tighten up, but we just need to put the puck in the net. We had lots of opportunities to score, and we, hit the post, miss the net, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't agree with you more. A great point made by Randazzo.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the way this team's looking right now, but obviously going to have to put a little more pucks in net because the weekend series against Buff State, 3 goals in 2 games, and the shots, I mean, they had 80 shots on goal total over those 2 games and scored 3 times, so they're going to need to put more pucks in the net tonight and down the road.
Yeah, and this is a team that can definitely do that against a struggling Cortland team, so we'll see how that is going to turn out just a little bit later. And now one of the other reasons why this team has been successful, we've been talking about the goaltending. It was offense, and now, of course, it's been the defense. You know what they say, defense wins championships.
Absolutely. Offense wins games, defense wins championships, and I think that's what Oswego, they have a chance to do that. I think they really have a chance to make a run at the new HL championship crown. Obviously, Plattsburgh, top dog, big time, but you have a chance to knock them off because when you can prevent the other team from scoring, you can stick around in any game no matter who the opponent is.
Absolutely. When we come back, you're going to be hearing our players to watch, and also you're going to be hearing what the press box has to say for their keys to the games. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Hey, good morning, James.
James, wake up. It's Rise and Shine time. James, Rise and Shine. James, wake up. We're starting the show.
Good morning, and welcome back to Rise and Shine at 9. I'm James Gattato here with your next update.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
If you think trains will stop if they see a car on the tracks, you're right. They will. About a mile after they hit you. Stop. Trains can't.
Oswego, you are looking live at the Marano Campus Center. Jake Vanderbrook alongside Dill McGlynn. All right, so today's game, Cortland versus Oswego on Pink the Rink night. Cortland only has 1 point in the new HL standings, and that was with the tie with Potsdam, and Oswego sitting in second place now with 4 points, and they have not lost a game yet, Dylan.
Yeah, they've looked great. Obviously, the 2 big wins over Kings and Wilkes. Then they get the week off. They opened new HL play last weekend, 2-0, 1-0, weekend sweep of Buffalo State. A lot of momentum for them coming into this one.
Now, let's take a look at what Cortland has to do. Who is your player to watch?
My player to watch is Katie DeVoe. The sophomore forward has 3 goals this year. Cortland as a team has scored 4. So she's been a huge factor. You can't really overstate how big of a part of the offense she's been. So they need her to get going. They need her to be a force offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Samantha Pippin, the senior defenseman who is going to be starting on the first line tonight. She has a total of 4 points in this one, 2 goals, 2 assists. She has started all 6 games. Look for her to be very effective in this one. If she gets going, this Cortland Red Dragon can get going. Dylan, excuse me. Absolutely. But with Oswego, let's switch it over to them. Who is your player to watch?
I'm looking at the junior forward, Aaron Stewart. As Don Cherry would say, classic Manitoba player. Team leader in points with 7 in 4 games, had just 8 all of last season through 27 games. So really looking like she's ready to break out and looking to keep her hot start going here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to go with Rachel Farmer out of Grand Island, New York. Look for her to be very effective. For goodness sake, she's playing against her old team. Last game, 34 saves in the 1-0 win to Buff State. She had to be at her prime, and she really was. So now let's look at the matchup in this one for Oswego and Cortland. As you can see, goals per game, 4.5. 2 for 17 on the power play, though, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that, 53 shots a game. Little inflated by the first 2 when they had 67 and 66. But still, when you're shooting that much, when you're getting that many pucks to the net, and you have 17 power plays, you have to be able to break through on it. That's something that they're going to have to do because 2 for 17 is just not good enough.
Now, if you're Diane Dillon, would you switch the lines up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, why not play with it? I would assume that they probably messed around with them at practice at some point this week, just trying to figure out something that works because they're going to need to get the power play going.
And I feel like if the Lakers are in a comfortable lead tonight in this one, and if they're still on the power play, like late in the second period or even early in the third period, look for Diane Dillon to switch up those lines. I think that's one of the big reasons that they're going to try this out. But it should be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect if they get a couple power plays and they don't really generate much, I would expect the next time around that it's probably going to be drastically different unit out there.
Yeah, now for Cortland, they're 2 and 17 on the power play. What do they have to do?
Same thing, pretty much. I mean, they're obviously not getting as many shots, but they need to keep the puck in the zone. They need to maintain possession, maybe set up behind the net, just try to get somebody in the slot. You just got to keep the puck in the zone. That's something that they haven't really been able to do. It's just been one and done. But on the power play, you have an extra skater, so you have you have space, and you have time to sit there and set it up. So that's what they're going to have to look to do.
And the problem with Cortland is that they just keep skating around with the puck. They're not really getting much going. They're not putting up a lot of shots, as you can see, based off of stats for them throughout the course of the season. So if I'm this Cortland Red Dragons team, you got to keep shooting the puck. You got to be very aggressive offensively, because once you do that, that is going to win you some games. That really is.
Absolutely.
And honestly, Dylan, is Cortland in the hot seat right now?
In the new HL?
In the new HL.
I mean,
they only have 1 point.
Yes. They're in last place right now. They're only a point back of Buff State, so depending on what Buff State does and what Cortland does, they could leapfrog them tonight potentially. But that makes this all a more important game because for Cortland, this is one of the better teams in the new HL. This is a win that could really go a long way.
Absolutely. When we come back, we are going to be throwing it to the press box. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
All right, thanks, guys. Now, Vikram, Cortland is yet to beat a team in the new HL, 0-3-1 in conference play. And the Lakers, they've had a lot of success early on. How can Cortland stifle this Oswego State team?
I think for the keys to the game for Cortland are that they have to attack early. In their only 2 wins of the season against Newman, they scored first, and they're going to have to do that tonight against Oswego. They're going to have to kill power plays. Oswego has been struggling a lot this season, only 2 for 17 on power plays, and Cortland can really take advantage if Oswego is playing sloppily today. And they're going to have to lock down the third period for 2 goals against Plattsburgh in the third period against the Cortland Red Dragons, and 3 goals in the second game in the third period. So that's really going to be something they're going to have to work on. And for Oswego, they're going to have to take effective shots because they took 66 shots against Wilkes, but only scored 5 goals. They're going to really want to see more goals against the back of the net. They're going to want to take advantage of their speed. They have Jean-Marie Patton, who's a sophomore, Aaron Stewart, who's a junior, who have really quick skates and can move up and down the ice very fast and could be a real problem for Cortland. And they're going to have to watch out for penalties. Oswego has had 25 penalties this season already, and if they continue to play sloppy against Cortland, it'll give Cortland the opportunity to get those goals and take advantage of Oswego.
Right, this is the Lakers team that's averaging 12.5 penalty minutes per game, and that's astonishingly amount. Then you look at the last couple games, they played Buff State, only scored 3 goals in the 2 games, but Bree Goronski, the goaltender for Buff State, had an unreal game. You know, we talk about Rachel Farmer, who had 2 shots of her own. Bree Goronski was that close to having some as well.
Yeah, it's really been a problem, but Oswego's got a fantastic team. They've really turned around from last year. They were pretty mediocre, just around 500 for most of the season, but this year they've started out 4-0, and they've got a lot of great additions, including Rachel Farmer from Cortland transferring over.
Right, now speaking of Cortland, their starting goaltender is most likely Victoria Gibson, and she only had 5 starts coming into this season, with Farmer really blocking her. You know, Gibson was the backup. Hasn't played great, but that's something you kind of expect from a Cortland team that only has 9 forwards on the active roster.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for them to start out this season, getting really walloped by Plattsburgh, who is one of the best teams in the nation, but Oswego is going to have to really get their stuff out there on the ice.
Yeah, most certainly. Plattsburgh always nationally ranked. I think they're number 2 right now in the nation. And don't go anywhere. We are moments away from puck drop. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Matt Watling joined alongside Vikram Shah, and Rachel Farmer, the former SUNY Cortland goaltender, is facing her former team for the very first time. A very unique situation. Obviously, Cortland knows her very well, and the starting goaltender for Cortland is Victoria Gibson, who we alluded to earlier on in the match. Tonight, of course, is Pink the Rink night for the Oswego State Lakers. They welcomed Rachel Windhausen, the women's basketball player who beat Hodgkin's lymphoma after her sophomore year when she was diagnosed with it.
Yeah, it's really amazing stuff to see what she can go through. She's back with the basketball team, and they showed her support while she was fighting through her battle with cancer.
Right, and there's Randazzo stealing the puck in the neutral zone as she just punches it into the Cortland end. Katie Kennedy picks it up for the Cortland Red Dragons and finds her teammate on the half wall. Loses it to Erin Stewart down in the low ice. Back to Randazzo at the point. Shot. Great save there and a big deflection by either Patton or Stewart in front of the net.
Kate Randazzo is a fantastic player, and she's got a great shot to start off the night for the Oswego State Lakers.
Stewart really back to her freshman-like performance this season so far. Leads the team with 7 points in just 4 games played.
Yeah, she's really fantastic stuff. She's a great addition to the Lakers team.
Cortland sends it out, but Madison Byrne will pick it up in her own end as both teams go for a line change. Finds her sister.
Madison Byrne's done a great job this year on the offensive side, getting 2 assists in their 10-1 victory.
Right, as Oswego just squirts out as Cortland cannot keep it in the zone, but they're going to reset now with Krista McDowell finding her way into the zone. Hesitation and fires it on net for Rachel Farmer for an easy first save of the night for her as Oswego looks to break it out of the zone. Oswego just pushes it out but cannot maintain possession, which is really key against a team like Cortland. You want to dominate possession and get some offensive zone time against a team that has an experienced goaltender and not much else there. As they go on a 2-on-2, good shot, but Farmer shrugs it off. No problems here.
Yeah, as you were mentioning, puck control is very important for Oswego, and sometimes they struggle with it, and they're going to have to be on top of their game against Cortland today.
Well, certainly Rankin just punched it down behind the net as she falls down, and now it's Randazzo with it. She's going to take her time, punching into the own end, but great stop there by Conradi for Cortland of that defensive unit. Carney mishandles the puck as it goes off the post, and Kennedy will take it out. Over to Weigold. Intercepted by Oswego, and they're going to punch it in on the delayed offsides. They touch up as it's Sherwinski now. Puck scores through the skates of the Lakers, and it'll go behind their net. Cannot fire across the ice, and Cortland will take it, circling back around. And shows the fine, which is firing it down low. Now it's Taggart. Gets tripped up, and we'll get a penalty here on Cortland as Oswego has the puck. And Cortland will just about touch it up here as Taggart drawing seeming like another penalty. It looks to be a trip here on Cortland.
Yeah, these are the penalties you really can't afford. The ones that they're simply giving them Cortland an opportunity to score. But Cortland's come out of the gate very fast, very strong, with a lot of the possession on their side, attacking the Oswego State defense.
Right, Oswego State looks a little sluggish, and we have the replay of the trip here, and that's just a really sloppy play. You cannot afford to take penalties in the offensive zone, especially a team like Cortland that has yet to find a win in the new HL. Oswego's power play gets its first look of the night, and Cortland's penalty kill does a good job firing it down. Oswego just 2 for 17 on the power play for the season. That's 3rd in the new HL, but there's only 5 teams, so that's really not great for a team that's really looking to find some offense on their special teams. Cortland very aggressive penalty kill here, as it's Emily King, the captain, forechecking on it. Oswego just carries into the zone, drop for Byrne, and she'll fire it on the boards. Erin Stewart chasing her counterpart, and she'll win the puck battle with Byrne on her side. Fires to the point for Madison Byrne. Back down low for Skylar Byrne. Back up to the point for Madison again, and she'll just throw it in front of the net. Good puck battle there, and a great play won by Cortland. Skylar Byrne with it now. She'll find Randazzo at the point. Not much going on here for the Lakers. Got to find a shot off here as they don't have one yet on net.
Yeah, Oswego seems to be not able to find their rhythm right now. They're going to have to really get into it quickly and really take advantage of this Cortland defense.
Right, Stewart now, it takes a shot from the point, and it hits a woman in front. Now it's Randazzo with it. Takes it to the corners. And she'll get it back to Byrne. Fires below the goal line. all the way over for Stewart. Stewart was accepted on the half wall, firing a pass across, but not strong enough, as a great play by Cortland's defense as they get it clear with 20 seconds left on the power play. Now it's Madison Byrne finding her way up the ice, and the Lakers cannot find their way into the zone. A little sloppy here on that zone entry.
Yeah, it was not very good. Stewart was sloppy on her shot coming off, and the girls weren't very clean coming on either.
And now the power play is over with Sherwinski trying to get there, and Oswego cannot find it, and now it looks to be a breakaway. Grace Shore cannot get the wheels up, but she'll drop it back for a defensive pair, takes a shot, and Farm with the easy glove save. Now it seems like Cortland's really dominating puck possession. Not too many grade A chances on either side, just 14:36 remaining in the first period. But Cortland right now seems to be winning this game, or at least playing much better.
Yeah, Cortland, it almost seems as if they've switched jerseys, but Bailey Thomas had a nice job of touching that puck away so that Cortland couldn't get the puck to find the back of the net.
All right, Oswego wins the faceoff, and they'll fire it down. Will it be an icing? Yes, it will. Looked like Rankin beat her counterpart to the puck. However, in college hockey, it's not who gets there first. It's really a judgment call, and if it's too close, they're going to call an icing pretty much every time to whistle the play dead.
Yeah, especially with D3, there's not many replays you can do.
Right, and not only that, you want the safety of the game. We saw it last week with the men's team in Hobart after, I believe it was Molinaro took a heavy hit.
Definitely about the safety of their players coming first.
Right, Rankin will get it now behind her own net. Looks to exit the zone. Good job just firing it out when she had two Cortland players on her. Cortland will find its way back into the zone. And they're going to call it an icing there. Looked like they got a touch, but I believe it was not across the red line, so that'll go for an icing.
Yeah. Oswego really doesn't seem to be having what they usually bring to the ice. Rachel Farmer's brought her stuff, and you almost have to wonder if she's going to bring what she's bringing, or if the matchup against Cortland's going to intimidate her a little, but she doesn't seem rattled so far.
No, and this is a big offensive zone faceoff for the Lakers, trying to create some offense, but they're going to lose it, and it'll go all the way down for no icing call. Webster with it, shrugs off her woman, or defender, and she will try to stay alongside it. Puck battle here along the boards. Tager with it now. And she will send it over to her defensive partner. Tager now with it. Holds onto the puck and will try to find his own entrance. Loses it to Cortland, and a big save by Farmer, but cannot maintain the rebound. Webster with it now. Circles around for Gustafson. Oswego having some trouble getting out of the zone here. Now corner board. 2-on-2 battle there. Puck's not moving. And it looks like it's going to squirt out for Cortland. They're going to find a cross-ice pass for Pippin, who's going to fire it down below the goal line. Tager looks to pick it up, and she'll get there. As she looks to find an outlet pass to exit the zone. Sherwinski with it now. Taking her time to just get it out of the own end, but it will not go. Now Gustafson kicks the puck ahead, and she's going to skate into the zone with it as the Lakers go on for line change.
Yeah, you mentioned it's really imperative that Oswego has good control of the puck, and it just doesn't seem like they have that right now. They've been losing the puck left and right, and giving the puck to Cortland to give them almost all the opportunities so far in the game.
Yeah, and really almost shocking how Oswego has not really dominated the puck. You saw those games against Wilkes and Kings College, two lower opponents, and they just dominated. The amount of shots they took, I believe there were 65 in that second game, and Oswego hasn't done much with it now, as Cortland maintains possession of the puck.
Yeah, the Kings game was 10-1 in favor of Oswego, and Oswego beat Wilkes 5-0, but the score is still 0-0 with 12 minutes left in the first period.
Right, Cortland with it now. Kick to the head, and Oswego will pick it up. That's Bailey Thomas. Finds Molly Evans. Back to Thomas, and she'll find an outlet pass for Gustafson, but cannot get there. That was Ferguson, pardon me. And Gibson has no problem blowing the play dead and taking a defensive zone faceoff for SUNY Cortland.
Yeah, Gibson hasn't seen many opportunities so far. Oswego's offense just doesn't seem to be present on the net, on the ice, excuse me. They're really going to have to change things around if they're going to want to show the dominance they've shown all season.
Now Rankin wins the faceoff against Edwards, but cannot have her teammate pick up the puck. And now Cortland will look for a zone exit. Carly Weigel battling with it now. Rankin wins it momentarily, but Cortland will fire it around the boards. Taryn Field with it now. Loses it to Rankin. Back below the goal line. Circles net. Finds a pass out in front, but cannot get a stick on it. Is Oswego. And now it's going to be a 2-on-2 for Cortland. There's Edwards with the puck now. To Fields. Back along the wall. Oswego, good play. Maintaining possession and keeping the puck away from the center of the ice. 2-on battle. Cortland comes away with it now. And it's going to go back to the point for Conradi, who fires it on net. And Rachel Farmer makes no trouble with it, covering the puck for a faceoff.
Yeah, Rachel Farmer has just been an absolute wonderful addition to this team. She's really been what the team needed to make up for the loss of Mariah Madrigal last season.
Right, Madrigal, one of the best goaltenders Oswego has seen in, I wouldn't even say the last decade, because they've had so many good goaltenders, a string of 3 or 4 incredible starting goaltenders, and Farmer's one of those as well, as Cortland with the puck in front of the zone, but really good play and good positioning by Farmer as we have a whistle. And it looks like there are a couple players stuck together with their hair, with their helmets. And that was Caitlin Cummings of Cortland, and I can't quite see the number on that for Oswego.
Their teammates might tease them later about that play.
Yeah, definitely. And there might be Rankin on the face-off. And no, that was Jeannie Padden, the sophomore. Now kicking up into another gear is Cortland. A little more jolt of energy here. But Oswego looks to clear with Avery Webster with it. Over to Newfield Kreider. Newfield Kreider wins the puck battle along the boards and just gets it out to the defensive pairing for Cortland. Cortland now with it. Back to the point. Shot. Deflected. Save made. And Newfield Kreider will look to clear the zone. And it's Sherwinski now with it. And she loses it after Cortland seemed to bump her a little bit. No call. And Gibson now covers it for another offensive zone faceoff for the Lakers. Shots are 4-4 here early on, but it really does not seem like the play has been really near Gibson at all. Really good play by Cortland. Not too many great scoring opportunities for the Red Dragons, but really just keeping it away from your goaltender is the most important thing against this Oswego offense that doesn't necessarily score a lot. Only 3 goals in New HL play, but a lot of shots on goal.
Yeah, Cortland's been doing a great job offensively, but on the other hand, Oswego has been right there with them hand in hand defensively to stop those shots from hitting the back of the net.
Oswego, great job defending the blue line, not letting Cortland get in clean, and now they'll try again. So Shore with it, loses the puck, and we have a whistle for, I believe, an offsides call.
Yeah, Cortland's 0-3-1 in the league play so far. There are only 2 wins coming from against Newman. They've really struggled against all of their opponents they've faced so far, but they've seemed to be doing well against Oswego, so far today.
Right,
with 9:40 left on the time.
Oswego won the face-off, but cannot contain the puck. And that was Allison Edwards with a good shot there. Back to the point for Ezard. Back down low, back up to the point for Kennedy. Takes a shot, misses the net, and Cortland gets the rebound. Back to the point, and Oswego clears the zone. And it looked like Erin Stewart could not find that as it was in her skates. Edwards with it now. Takes a shot, good save, and Oswego will clear the zone. Caitlin Ferguson with it now, tries to punch it ahead, unable to do so, but Morse will give it off to her teammate, I believe that's Taggart, or rather Thomas, and the puck squirts out of play. 8:52 left in the first period. Obviously no score here between Oswego State and SUNY Cortland, but Oswego trying to find their legs, trying to find that dominant play that we've seen in the past, and really just get into the zone and start grinding. You know, they're a great team on the forecheck, they're relentless, and when they get the puck in the zone, they hold it there for a couple minutes, or at least a shift or two at a time.
Yeah, they have really great talent. They just need to find those passes to each other and really establish that dominance they've had all season.
Right, puck battle here. Cortland comes away with it. Emily King finds an outlet pass, or back rather to Emily King, and Oswego will try to shrug her off. Allison McAleer with a great defensive effort there, and as Randazzo will pick up the puck and lose it to Quinn Metcalf of Cortland. Oswego clears it out of the zone, but only to not even to the red line as Cortland will punch it in again. Madison Byrne with it, looks for Randazzo, will find her, and she just punched it ahead. Cortland now with it, down low, getting the puck out in front, but Oswego will just bounce it away. But Emily Rose with it now, finds a pass to her teammate, Amanda Gaffney. Oswego trying to clear, but really unable to get much puck possession here, as it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Oswego after a trip. Amanda Gaffney gets tripped by Kate Randazzo, and another 2-for-7 power play coming out in the SUNY Cortland Red Dragons.
Yeah, and a lot of the key offensive players for Oswego just don't seem to be present on the ice. Erin Stewart, who had 3 goals and 1 assist against King's College in the 10-1 victory, just hasn't been making a splash today on the ice.
Yeah, you know, I've called her name a couple of times, but really not doing much in the offensive zone as Oswego loses the faceoff. Emily Rose with it now, takes a shot, saved by Farmer, and she clears the puck with her rebound control. Taggart with it now, willing to kill time, but Cortland will come away with it. And now it's Webster, back to Rose. Back down the shore to Rose. Shot, save, and a great clear by what looks to be Philomena Taggart, the sophomore.
Yeah, Oswego's been struggling on the offensive side of power plays, but they've been doing a very good job defensively killing the power plays so far this season.
Their PK is performing at a 95.7% clip, so a really talented team as Cortland will take the shot. And that was Quinn Metcalf, who, a deceptive shot there, using the Oswego State defender as a screen. And that's what you're going to need to do to beat a goaltender like Rachel Farmer.
Yeah.
She's so talented. You need to take her side away. She's only 5'3", so take her side away, make her go down into the butterfly early, and she's too short to get those high goals near the post, or at least near the crossbar.
Exactly.
Puck battle. Cortland will come away with it, but Stewart trying to punch it out, and she'll do so. Only goes to Kennedy at about halfway line, and she's going to get back into the zone. Stewart trying to stick check, gets the puck off and out of the zone. Only goes to Cortland at the red line, and Caitlin Cummings will go into the zone. Bodied off the puck by McAleer, and she'll bring it around the boards. And with a little help from Erin Stewart, she'll get there with just 43 seconds left on the power play. Line changes for both teams here, as Wilburn will pick up the puck behind her own net, finds Kennedy. And Cortland, no one holding onto the puck, but no Oswego Lakers there. So Cortland does a great job getting back to it. They'll reset for the zone entrance. Enter the zone pretty cleanly there. And now they'll have a partial line change. Almost too many men on the ice there, but no one touched the puck for Cortland as Amanda Gaffney will enter the zone, takes a shot, and an easy save for Rachel Farmer, right into the chest and pads for Rachel Farmer.
Yeah, Rachel Farmer has been doing a great job. She hasn't faced too many difficult shots so far. Most of them either just going right to her stomach or right in her glove. So she's had a bit of an easy day so far against Cortland.
Right, 10 seconds left on the power play for the Cortland Red Dragons, and the former Red Dragon Farmer has done a great job really locating the puck and being positionally sound. Back to the point now, ripping a shot, and Farmer will make the save. Out in front, Oswego will try to clear, cannot do so, but the power play expires. And Farmer will take another whistle here. Just 5:44 remaining in the period. Again, nothing on the scoreboard. Oswego only 4 shots this period on the unofficial scoreboard totals. Cortland with 11. This is really not what we're expected if this is a Laker team.
Yeah, Oswego has been averaging 53 shots per game on the season, and 4 shots in one period is just not usual for these ladies. And they're really going to have to step their game up in the rest of this period and the rest of the game if they're going to have any chance against these Cortland Red Dragons.
Right. Those numbers are skewed, of course. In the first 2 games, they peppered what seemed like 150 shots combined in the 2 games, or at least upwards of 100 in those 2 games. So Buff State, they definitely had a lead. I believe they had 60 shots or maybe 65 in that range. But this is a team that's used to generating a lot of shots. Now Oswego will try to fire it. That was Padden behind the Cortland net. She'll get the puck again. Finds Ford in front, Not much going there for the Lakers. Czerwinski back to point for Taggart. Finds the shot. Great block by Weigold of Cortland, and Webster will just punch it down behind the goal line. Czerwinski now back out in front, doesn't get there. Cortland with it, and this is the forecheck we're used to seeing from SUNY Oswego. Great pinch by Taggart earlier on there. And Katie Kennedy will try to fire her way out of the zone. Cannot do so. Again, this forecheck hemming Cortland into the zone for a second or third attempt.
This has been Oswego's best offensive possession yet of the game so far, getting shot after shot and regaining puck possession every single opportunity they take.
All right, and now Cortland will find their way out of the zone, going for a line change because they spent so much time in their own zone. Now Oswego trying to get it out of their own end. And losing it to Cortland. There's Kennedy up the gut for Cummings. Cortland finds their way into the zone. But it looks like Bailey Thompson will get it there. Now it's Ferguson losing the puck. Evans stepping up. And Oswego will come away with it. Good job by Metcalf getting the puck back for Cortland and just firing into the zone. Evans with it now for Oswego. The freshman will find her way to Avery Webster, the other freshman. D3 hockey player of the week, or team of the week, I should say, for this past week. And now Ferguson will look to pick it up. The transfer from SUNY Canton cycles behind her own end and finds Avery Webster, who cannot get behind or get out from behind her own net. Cortland really a good job on their own forecheck. And Oswego having difficulty getting out in their first, second, and even third attempts here so far.
Yeah, Cortland's really been dominating the possession of the game and really pushing this Oswego Lakers defense around.
Right, Kennedy with a good shot and a tip by, I believe, Gaffney early on, but that tip goes wide. Cortland still with it. Gaffney again finds a shot, and it soars over the net. Oswego still cannot seem to get the puck out of their own end as Kennedy dumps the puck in for Cortland. Ashley Macri loses it. The Farmer will punch behind her own net. Cortland with it now. Back to Rose. Tries to get a shot off, but a good job by Ferguson getting in the play. Or rather, McAleer, I should say. And Oswego will finally clear just over the stick of Ferguson, and it will go down for an icing.
Ferguson really tried to get to the puck there, but she just wasn't fast enough on her skates.
Right, and she's not a player she's not one of the speed demons on this team. You know, you talk about Jeannie Patton before the game. She's shifty, but Ferguson, she's a much bigger build. She's stronger on the puck, and in the exhibition game, we saw her completely, I don't say, really just use her body to contain the puck and hold possession of it. So when she gets that puck in on her stick, it's so hard to get it off of it, but not the fastest as Rose takes a shot, blocked away, and Pippin will come down from the point to pick it up. Rose calling for it, gets in the slot, takes a shot, big save by Farmer, scrum in front of the net, and Rankin's gonna try to cover it a little bit. It's between her legs, Sticks trying to find it, but the rest will blow the whistle dead.
Rankin did a great job, or McAleer, blocking that puck right there so that Cortland couldn't sneak it in past Farmer.
Right, and that's really a veteran move by Rankin. Seeing that your team has a little bit of an issue, Farmer's not set in her position, covering the puck up legally without using her hands was a really big play for Rankin to stop the play, get a line change, and get Farmer back on her feet. As now the refs are talking to head coach of Cortland, and he looks like he's talking about maybe what happened there with Rankin covering the puck.
Yeah.
The coach,
they
of
also
course,
might be asking where they're going to get dinner later on tonight.
Yes, if they're not, as long as they're happy with these referees, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you want a steak? You know.
Yeah.
Gotta work for it. But Oswego unable to clear until now. The great second effort as Cruz using her body to push defend away. Breakaway here for Oswego. Goes back to the backhand, fires a shot, does not go in. That was a great play by Erin Stewart, the junior on the team. Really, after her sluggish season last year, didn't record too many points, having a great effort here, refinding her scoring touch with 7 points in 4 games to start the season.
Yeah, Erin Stewart's been a real powerhouse for these Oswego State Lakers, as we see a replay of that shot. She just really powered in there, and Gibson was just there to stop the puck. It was really a great effort on Stewart's part.
Right, Randazzo with it now, firing the puck. Does not find Skylar Byrne, actually battles for the puck. Now it's Stewart with it, losing it to Gaffney. 2 seconds behind her own net. Stewart now with it, and there's gonna be a penalty here on Stewart. As we wait the touch up, Cortland has it now, and Grace Shore with it. Skips over the stick of Randazzo. There's gonna be a breakaway here for Cortland, and a great defensive effort by Madison Byrne, getting the stick on the puck. Oswego still unable to get the puck, as Cortland will set up. And they're going to call, I believe, an offside here. Cortland bench is not too happy about that, but there will be a penalty on Oswego.
Yeah, that was a really big opportunity for Cortland, but they just let it slip out of their hands, literally.
Right.
The puck got away from her in the last seconds before the goal.
And it looks like Cortland was complaining that that wasn't out of the zone. Of course, the puck has to be completely off the blue line on the other side of the ice.
Yeah. Oswego's done a really great job in the past few minutes regaining the confidence and bringing more of an offensive side to their play, and really trying to apply that pressure that Cortland was giving earlier.
Right, now we have the breakaway for Paduano, and she gets, and you see that stick there by Madison Byrne. While Paduano's trying to get to her forehand, Byrne just punches the puck away with her stick. Really not much of an opportunity for Paduano on the breakaway. So great back check there by the defenseman out of Oswego.
Yeah, Madison Byrne's really matured excellently since last season. Last season she really struggled with giving the puck away, but she's brought a much stronger defense this year as well as offense.
Right, and the call here is Stewart, 2 minutes for hitting from behind. So we've got about a minute left, or 30 seconds left in the period. A minute left on the power play if Cortland does not score. Now Cortland with it, trying to get out of their own end. Looks like it's Kennedy who punched it up to her teammate, but cannot get the puck on her own stick. Padden with it now, firing it all out along the ice for a clear. 12 seconds left in the game.
Cortland's offense has really been taking advantage of this sloppy play by Oswego in the first period.
Right. Kennedy finds her teammate King, the captain, but Padden again, second time coming back and getting the puck off Cortland's stick. That's all the time we got here in the first period. Now, you alluded to it earlier. Cortland really taking advantage of this Oswego defense and really using their offense to their advantage, where you see a Lakers team that hasn't done too much with the puck. Cortland the complete opposite.
Yeah, Cortland was just really playing very strong in the beginning, but lost a little bit of their charisma towards the end of the first period, where Oswego really brought that action in the last few minutes.
Right, in the last few minutes they did just that. Now you have Erin Stewart on the penalty. 50 seconds left at the start of the second period. Oswego will be on the penalty kill. Coming up after this quick break, Jake Vanderbrook and Dylan McGlynn will be at the perch, running you through that first period, and of course Cortland taking advantage of Oswego State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, it's Ava and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Laker Connect. Absolutely, Dan Kane, this is his second year, have at least one shot. But communicate and just, you have to go back to the basics. Absolutely wrong, because he's right now 1-2 in the SUNY. If you can win both of those games, sick and tired, Brandon. If the other team can win 1 point, Dave Vanderbilt. Oh, absolutely, come on. Just give me the 1-0 lead, all right? Nope. Or watching Laker Connection. Connections here on WTOP 10.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey guys, I think I'm a little shiny. Can someone help with that, please?
So you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you're gonna start off the show like suspended from the ceiling, right? So you're all set with that. So yeah, just remember everything else we talked about and make sure you follow the prompter.
I mean, don't I always?
No, just do what we talked about, okay?
Alright, no problem. Let's go!
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Haven't seen any goals scored just yet, but Cortland has been very aggressive offensively, while the Lakers, on the other hand, well, let's just say they need to turn on the Keurig. Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. Jake Vanderbrook, Dylan McGlynn. Man, this Oswego team, they are struggling. They look flat.
Yeah, I think somebody needs to run down to the gas station, grab some Red Bulls or something, man. They do not have energy. And one thing that stood out to me was they could not clear the zone at all defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. When they were getting the puck out of their zone, it was so sloppy. The passing was really sloppy. They couldn't really get anything going. They would go only all the way to midway, neutral ice, but then Cortland would just get it right back, and it looked like that they were just resetting.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people, just a lot of defensemen over stick handling, just going right in front of the net, and that you just can't do that, especially as this trend continues. As we got further into the period, they knew they were struggling to get the puck out of the zone, but we still saw some players over stick handling, trying to dangle and deke pass guys. You just got to get the puck out no matter how you do it.
And I feel like throughout most of the time when Oswego was just trying to get the puck out of their zone, they were behind the net. Got to give a lot of credit to Cortland, putting a lot of pressure on them, especially with Kate Randazzo, who has been struggling, passing the puck to her teammates. It's been rough for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, ended the period with that penalty that I thought could have been more than 2 minutes. And I need to give a shout out to the Cortland defensemen because they're doing a really great job of pinching the boards and keeping the puck in the zone. And obviously, Oswego's not doing them any favors, but they're doing a great job of just maintaining possession in the zone.
Yeah, offensively, Oswego hasn't really gotten anything, as they've only put 6 shots up. That really nothing. And Cortland, you got to give a lot of credit to them, as they've been having a ton of great chances. Emily Rose, Samantha Pippin, and you got to go to Katie DeVoe, one of your players of the game. Yeah. You got to really watch out. Well, actually, both of our players. Those are the 2 players to watch out. especially in the penalties. Offensively, they have been looking really good, and here they're just getting a lot of good looks, Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely. And the only thing I would say that Oswego is doing well defensively is protecting the slot. We saw a lot of scoring chances, but not a lot of shots on goal from in close. A lot of the shots were from near the point or from the top of the circles. And, Rachel Farmer, she didn't really have much trouble stopping any of the shots she faced. But obviously, if this trend continues, it's going to be hard for her to keep that up.
All right, we are going to go to a commercial break. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Night in Oswego. Jake Vanderbrook alongside Dylan McGlynn. Now, let's take a look at the first period stats.
Yeah, obviously not what we were talking about pregame, but Cortland out to a big advantage in shots. So if we take a look at the stats here, you see 12-4. That's a pretty big differential.
Yeah, definitely. 12-4 with those, and the face-offs. That's what's really getting me.
Absolutely.
Especially when Cortland has their power play that they have not converted yet, and they're still in the power play as they're going to be starting the second period. They've been winning a lot of those face-off, and it's putting a lot of pressure of Rachel Farmer, and she's been facing all throughout. Those 12 saves that she has as Cortland's been putting up shots. Cortland's just been very aggressive offensively, and you can see the one-timer there by Emily Rose, and just Cortland doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, they're just putting pucks on net. If you just keep putting the puck on net, eventually one of them will go in.
Yep.
That seems to be the mindset they have here, and if they keep playing the way that they are, I would expect them to break the tie soon.
Yeah, it feels like these two teams, they switched. Because really, Cortland, throughout their past games, they really haven't been able to put up a lot of shots. And then for Oswego, they put a lot, and they just haven't seen a lot go in. So it should be interesting on what is going to be coming up in the second period. And let's see who will be giving up the first goal. And right now the advantage is with Cortland as they are on the power play. But when we come back, Matt Watling and Vikram Shaw have the call for the second period. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
You know who's going off in fantasy this week? Drew Brees.
Brees with time.
You know, you guys are sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr., though. I think he's scoring 3 TDs this week.
And it throws.
tell me, the Bears defense is what's going to go off this week. I mean, holy
Chicago Bears.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Want to know all the latest things pop culture? Tune in to Let's Talk About It every other Monday at 10 p.m.
You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP, your television.
Welcome back to the Mono Campus Ice Arena. Matt Wilding joined alongside Vikram Shah for the second period of the Oswego State Lakers new HL matchup against the Cortland Red Dragons. 0-0 to start the second period here, and both teams have struggled on the power play. Oswego State 0 for 1, no shots on goal, and SUNY Cortland 0 for 2 with 4 shots on goal.
Yeah, it's really been a struggle for both sides on the power play. Nobody's been able to capitalize on the mistakes of each team, and they're going to have to really start doing better and taking more opportunities as the game continues and progresses.
Right, and the fact that Oswego State has generated just 4 official shots on goal is astonishing to me.
Yeah.
That is extremely low. I expect much more out of the Lakers. And this is the Lakers team that hasn't lost to SUNY Cortland in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So it is just another regular season game, but this is a streak that Oswego certainly wants to keep up, being that they're undefeated so far in new HL play.
Yeah, Oswego has really showed dominance between this rivalry, and they're really going to have to step up their game because their first period performance was not what we've seen for the first part of the season.
Right, Pippen with it now in the Oswego zone. Finds its way down low. Puck back out, shot, score. And that's Emily Rose on the slap shot. Squeaks by Rachel Farmer. 1-0 SUNY Cortland power play goal as Erin Stewart was in the box for a penalty earlier on in that first period.
And just as I spoke about it, they took that opportunity and they capitalized. Cortland leading 1-0 in the first few seconds of the second period as we get another look at it.
Yeah, and it looked like it might have gone 5-hole or might have gone short side. Definitely low to the ice, which is something that Rachel Farmer's not used to giving up pucks and goals that low to the ice. Usually very good with her pads and down low. It's more of those shots that go top shelf that she has a little bit of trouble with at only 5'3".
Yeah, this is only the second goal of the season that the Lakers have given up, and they're hoping to keep it to be the only goal of the game that they give up.
Philomena Teggart now cannot get the puck out. Will get help as it goes out to Sherwinski. Body down to the ice, and that's going to be another penalty here on SUNY Cortland for, I believe, a body check. And that's going to be a tough break for the Red Dragons, who just took the lead. That's Quinn Metcalf, the freshman forward, with just 1 point in 6 games played coming into tonight. And this is an Oswego State power play that has not looked great. Now, coming into the game, they were 2 for 17, and this is a power play that you need to score on. Nip this deficit in the bud quickly and try to get on top as soon as possible, obviously, for the Lakers.
And from Cortland's perspective, these are the penalties you just don't want to avoid, or that you do want to avoid, because Oswego has so much power and talent on their offensive side. If you give them the opportunities, they're just going to take them eventually.
Right, and Weigel firing the puck down the ice, pops up into the Lakers bench, so we're going to stop your player as we await the puck drop And it looks like Oswego's calling for it in the offensive zone. We'll have to wait and see where the refs line up here. And it's going to be just outside the Cortland defensive zone. I believe that's Ashley Mackler taking the draw.
Oswego's been winning.
Ferguson, rather.
Oswego's lost 12 face-offs to Cortland and has only won 7 so far, so they really also need to work on that aspect of the game as well.
Right, Patton shanks on the shot, and now Cortland just gets it out. Oswego recoiling with it. Philomena Taggart now at her own blue line. Fires it past Ferguson that pops up off of Cortland's stick. Now Patton with it, streaking into the end at the dots. Fires a shot on net. Sherwinski now with it behind the net. Finds her way to Jean Marie Patton. Back to point for Taggart. Over to Webster. Fires, or Thomas, excuse me. Patton back with it now at the half wall. Loses the puck to Weigold, who cannot clear, but Cortland will do so. Bailey Thomas with it now, firing back up to her teammates, and Patton will pick up with it. Tries to cut into the middle, but stay-at-home defenseman Emily Rose says no. Board battle here with Ferguson and Rose. Patton will get it back to the point for Thomas, who loses it, and it's going to go down the length of the ice. Good as a clear for Cortland with just 35 seconds left on this power play.
And Cortland has been playing like they haven't in quite some time. They're playing with the hunger that they want to beat this Oswego team, and they've really brought their A game today.
Right, Taggart now that spins away from her check forward. Finds her way to Stewart. Great touch. And now it's Skylar Byrne with it behind the net. Tries to get around her defender. Does so. And we'll fire it back through the boards for Sarah Cruz. Back to Byrne. Back down to Cruz. Back out in front. Goes back to the point. Randazzo takes a shot with it in the air. And it on the goal line, Gibson makes the stop. No harm, no foul. It looked like it bounced off of Gibson's header, the top of her shoulder, and almost trickled in.
Yeah, it was almost a very lucky goal in the final seconds of the power play, but Oswego is once again unable to capitalize on the woman up situation.
Right, and just a much better power play for the Lakers here as we get the replay. Puck jumps up over the stick, and it looked like Gibson was complaining about a little contact there. Madison Byrne with a shot now off the face-off win. Goes wide. And Ezard finds her way to her teammate, Kennedy, who fires it out of the zone. Rather kept in by the Lakers now. Great forecheck there and play by Randazzo, playing that point and really making it hard for Cortland to get out of the zone. But it looks like Emily King, the captain, will just get out of the zone. Looks like it might go for an icing if Randazzo could beat out the Cortland forward, Metcalf, and she does so. So Oswego getting another offensive zone face-off early in the second period with just 16:42 left in the game. At what point does Oswego need to start generating more of those grade A opportunities that we've expected and really have seen from them seemingly every game?
They need to start right now. They should have started in the first minute of the first period, but they just haven't been bringing their stuff. They've been losing face-offs. They've won this one, but they really need to start stepping up their game.
Morset seems to have a bit of a jump in her step here in the offensive zone. Had a decent opportunity early on and then really just physical and trying to get that puck. As Cortland will clear, looking for a 3-on-2 opportunity, but Morset getting back, as will Newfield Kreider. Newfield Kreider with it now. Losing the puck, kept in the zone by Pippen, and she fires it down to Rachel Farmer, who will cover the puck for a defensive zone faceoff for the Oswego State Lakers.
And again, it comes back to Oswego's sloppy puck handling. They just keep on giving up the puck to Cortland and giving them the opportunities, and eventually they're going to take advantage of another goal.
Right, as we wait the puck drop here, Oswego State wins it, and they'll try to find it back. That was Cruz on the win, and now Bailey Thomas with it. Streaking out of her own zone, finds a pass over to Byrne, who loses the puck. Great defensive effort there by Emily Rose, who almost got beat. And now it's going to be a breakaway for Weigold. Coming in on Farmer, and what a stick save by Farmer. Great save, and now she's going to cover the puck herself. What an effort, and what a missed opportunity for Cortland, but a really bad line change for the Lakers. You saw that last defenseman coming onto the bench, completely oblivious to what's happening behind her.
Yeah, just everything about the Lakers except for Rachel Farmer is a disaster
And
right
here's
now.
the replay, and it looked like Cruz trying to get back. Goes to the forehand, but Farmer with her outstretched stick just pokes it off the stick. of Carly Weigold.
Rachel Farmer is almost quite literally the lifeline of this team right now. She's just the only thing keeping them standing.
Cortland now with it behind the Oswego State end. Grace Shore finds her way back to the point for Olivia Wilburn, who fires it down to Shore. Back to Wilburn. Takes a shot, goes wide, behind the net now, and Tager will clear for the Lakers over to Sherwinski, and it's going to go all the way down. Looks like it might go for an icing, but Padden now skating for it, trying to beat it out, and she'll do so. Great effort by her. Now Sherwinski behind the net. Out in slot for Morissette, cannot get it. Tager now gets in front, and Oswego cannot get anything dominating. Now Randazzo tries to clear or keep the puck in, cannot do so. But Webster with a great play, sticking or gloving the puck down, and we'll get a stoppage in play with the puck going into the penalty box.
Yeah. Oswego, Jean-Marie Padden showed a lot of speed on protecting from that icing, and that's what they're going to need to see, because they have a lot of speed on this team, and they're really going to have to start stepping up their skates.
Right, that line there between Padden, Morissette, and Sherwinski, 3 freshmen from last year, now sophomores, they have a lot of speed. Sherwinski, the grinder, really physical, and Morissette, really nice hands, and Padden, just the speed, the creativity, deceptive shot. All those girls have not really played up to their expectations this season, but they're going to need to step up soon. I believe Morissette, the only one with a goal out of the 3 of them so far this season. Oswego trying to get out of their own end, though. 14:20 left in the period. Byrne with it now. Will clear the zone. Try to get to the red line. Cannot do so as she loses the puck in her feet. Metcalf trying to throw it behind the Lakers' end, and they'll do so.
The exact kind of plays Madison Byrne was having last season, just giving the puck over.
There, Mackler trying to clear, cannot do so, as there's a board battle close to the Oswego State blue line. Gets it out, and Mackler will chase alongside Ferguson for the Lakers, and it's going to go for an icing. 13:50 remaining in the second period, 1-0 SUNY Cortland off a goal from, off a really disappointing goal and deflating goal for the Lakers, but they responded fairly well early on here after giving up that power play goal.
Yeah, they've kept their heads up, and they're continuing to fight because they know that they're a fantastic team who's 4-0, and they can beat these Red Dragons. They just have to find the opportunity and tighten up their passing.
Oswego clearing the zone. However, Cortland looking to get back into the zone. Great pass there to get into the zone for the Red Dragons. That's Edwards into the crease, but battered away by the Lakers defense. Now they're going to look for a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 here, as Newfield Kreider coming up with it. And there's going to be a penalty on what looked like Carly Weigold after really just battling alongside with a Lakers forward, knocks her over. Looked like the glove was by her head.
Yeah, that was really emotional play, and it's a play that the Red Dragons can't afford, because even though Oswego is, and we have a replay.
Right. There's the replay of Randazzo battling with Carly Weigold, and Weigold just sticks her arm out and really just knocks Randazzo down. Really, that's the second or third unnecessary penalty we've seen from Cortland, but it looks like there might be a 2-and-2 situation here, as it is. So 4-on-4 play. This sort of helps the Lakers. You know, you've got more speed, you've got a little bit more skill as well, and this is the chance where you can use those big, hard shots from the point in girls like Philomena Tager and Bailey Thomas as well, who's up there. We saw Thomas in the exhibition game rip a slap shot on a 2-on-1, top shelf, so she's got a very nice shot as well.
Yeah,
Oswego's got to capitalize here.
Thomas has been very prevalent in the game so far, and the Oswego's really got to find the holes in the Cortland's defense to try and make something happen.
Tager with it now, back to Thomas. Over to Padden, trying to skate into the zone, but we'll find it Morissette at the far side. Looks for a shot, fakes it, and Padden with it. Nifty little play there, little shot pass, as great defensive effort by the two defense of Oswego State. Morissette losing it to Katie DeVoe, but she'll pick it back up and enter the Cortland end. Oswego going for a line change as Stewart is now on the ice, and Morissette there. Wilburn finds her teammate Shore, who clears the zone. Shore with it again now. and will find her teammate who will go for the send it down the ice. Bailey Thomas with it, losing it, and as we go, another miscommunication there as Emily King, the captain for Cortland, picks it up. Now it's Metcalf. Back over to Rose. Fires a shot, flutters over the net, and out of play.
The Oswego coach can be anything but frustrated right now with her ladies playing, because this is not what Oswego has. They have a lot of talent.
And we've got a replay here on the penalty, I believe, coming up. And again, the battle along right there on the left side of your screen. Really unnecessary. I don't know what Randazzo did there to deserve a penalty. Maybe an embellishment or maybe just a 2-on-2 as they were both tussling it out as Cruz trying to get into the zone. Rose with it now. Drops it back for King, and she'll enter the zone with ease. King along the half wall. A little bit of board battle with Stewart. Back to the point now for Pippin. And now back to King. Fires a shot wide, and all the way to Emily Rose of the Red Dragons. Back to Pippin. Comes down, takes a shot at the circle, but a good save by Rachel Farmer. And Oswego looks to clear, but Rose keeps it in momentarily at least. She'll enter the zone, takes me a shot, and Erin Stewart will be there for what seemed like an easy exit, but a great job by Metcalf getting on the forecheck.
With 5 seconds left on the power play.
That ends our play at 4-4. Madison Byrne with it, trying to exit the zone. Cannot do so, but just punches it out, losing possession of it. Now it's Allison Edwards, finds her way back to the blue line for Caitlin Cummings, trying to enter the zone. Cortland will dump it in and chase.
Cortland's continue to bring the strength and power they have on their offensive side that they brought in the first period. And they've really been dominating the possession of the puck so far in their second period.
Right, that's going to be an icing there as Katie Kennedy looking to find her teammate down past the red line, but misses. And now again, Oswego has had a couple of really important offensive zone faceoffs, but they haven't seemed to do anything with it.
Yeah, they've been losing faceoffs left and right, and they're just, it's hard to describe how they're playing right now. It's not who they are.
Bailey Thomas with a shot, blocked, picks up the puck. Another shot blocked again by Edwards, and Cortland will come away with it. That's Edwards losing it to Oswego State, and Ferguson, or Gustafson, excuse me, will punch it down the own end. Kennedy with it now. Flips the ice to Weigold. Back behind the net to Kennedy, who will find her way just out of the zone, but not past Bailey Thomas, who will pick it up to Rankin. Hits the ice hard, but Oswego maintains possession with Gustafson now. Cortland going for a line change, but Gustafson loses the puck. Picks it back up and will get it closer to the Cortland end. She's in on the forecheck here with McDowell on the puck. Flips it for Kennedy and will look to exit the zone. Oswego's forecheck coming in handy again as Gustafson with a tip here. Nothing going for her. DeVoe clears the zone. 3-on-2 with 2 Lakers back checking, but a nice easy shot and a easy save and stop for Rachel Farmer, the goaltender for Oswego State.
Yeah, Rachel Farmer had a nice easy save there. She's been doing a really great job preventing the goals from going in, or excuse me, the shots from going in. Cortland's been pressing her all day, but she hasn't let up. She's let 1 goal in, but other than that, she's been doing a great job today.
And they're going to call a penalty on Philomena Taggart, and it looked like Katie DeVoe, the forward for Cortland, just fell. Didn't really look like there was much there, but Taggart's going to go to the box after either tripping up or really just knocking down DeVoe of the Cortland Red Dragons here. They're going to go to their second power play, or rather, second power play of the period, 3rd on the day, in which they're 1 for 2.
Yeah, this is really not what Oswego needs right now. They need all the power and help that they can get, and
we got a
losing
replay
these
here.
Power plays.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a slash here. So decent call by the ref. I missed that on the first look. But Cortland with it now. Playing it down low, losing it, and Byrne will pick it up for the Lakers, trying to clear. Passed by Caitlin Cummings, who forces it to Emily Rose and back down in the Oswego State end. Randazzo will fire it out of the end for Oswego on the clear. Samantha Pippin now with it behind her own end. Skylar Byrne, the freshman, looking to forecheck a little bit. but Cortland will find an easy exit with Emily Rose, passing over to Emily King. Circles it back around for Pippin, who cuts the center point, back down for DeVoe, or King. Back to Rose, finds a shot on net, but it shuffles wide. Randazzo with it now, fighting off a back-checking Red Dragon, and she'll find her way out of her end. A minute left in the penalty bout.
Yeah, Oswego's been doing a decent job on killing the power plays, letting up one power play goal, but for the most part, they've been doing well. They've been doing a good job of clearing the puck out.
Shot by Cortland goes wide, and that's Katie Kennedy picking it up now, cycling it back around, but Bailey Thomas looks to intercept, will do so, but cannot get it out of the zone as there are two Red Dragons on her. Avery Webster with it, fires a shot hard and just squirts out of play as Katie Kennedy cannot corral it. Metcalf with it, dropping it back to the point, finding Katie Penny with a one-timer. High shot, looked like there was almost a tip opportunity for Emily King, but misses it on the potential high stick. Pulling with it, now feeling it. To the short side, good save and good block by the Lakers. Oh, that was like a rough play as the Oswego State forward was sliding down and looked like she might have gotten an elbow. That was Ashlyn McAleer, who's hobbling off the ice. She'll seem to be okay after talking to the trainer. But Sherwinski with a shot. Looks to go 5-hole, but good save by Gibson. And now Cortland with it. Kennedy with it now, finding her teammate King, who will get it out to Metcalf. Trying to get down the ice with speed. Can only do so much as to punch it into the Oswego end with Byrne on it. Patton nudges it ahead for Sherwinski, who drops it back to Patton and cannot get past center ice. Pippin with it now, firing a shot on Farmer, and she'll cover the puck for a whistle here with 6:54 left in the second period. 1-0 Red Dragons. And now I believe we have a replay here coming up on the hit to Ashlyn McAleer. And it looks like she's getting tripped up. Looks like her leg got caught on with the Red Dragon leg, and fortunately it wasn't a head injury. It looked like she might have got a dead leg on the play.
Yeah, she looked a little knocked up, but she looks fine now. But Cortland's really just playing significantly better than Oswego right now. Oswego's not bringing their best stuff, and it's really a bit painful to watch.
Yeah, Oswego definitely a little bit sluggish here, not finding those crisp passes, not finding those zone entries we're used to seeing, as it looks like Randazzo looked to do it herself. Just gets into the zone, but cannot keep it in, and the Red Dragons will clear. Red Dragons in their own end now. That's Emily Rose with it, trying to find her teammate, but loses it. And Oswego will look to get to Aaron Stewart, losing the puck to the Red Dragons. And it looks almost like the Lakers are trying to do too much of it. They're not really supporting each other, close passes. They're trying to spread out the Red Dragons, but you can't do that when you don't have those short, consistent passes and short and concise passes to get up the zone.
Yeah, I think they're trying too hard and thinking too much. I think they just need to stick to what they know and relax and know that they can beat this Red Dragons team.
Rankin with it now on the half wall. Gets it behind the net. Goes down front, shot by Stewart. Flutters in the air. Rankin trying to get it, but cannot get a handle on it. She'll take it to the half wall. Finds Stewart down low. Back up the wall to Taggart. Trying to get a shot, but a good block there by Metcalf. Cortland is yet to clear, and they will do so right now. Looks like it's Gustafson knocking it to Taggart, who loses it to the Red Dragons. Red Dragons playing with it behind their own net. And now it's Webster with the puck. Finding a Morissette shot and scores. What a goal by Emma Morissette. And great play by Avery Webster getting down low. The defenseman pinching in. And it's 1-1 now with the Lakers tying it up here. 5:12 left in the second.
Yeah, that was the boost of confidence they need. Their bench is all fired up. The crowds are getting into it. And we have another replay of the goal.
Right in the low slot there for Morissette. Ripping a shot, a lot of traffic. And we've seen this a couple times, usually with Sherwinski or Patton, but Morissette staying in the low slot, waiting for her teammate. That happens to be Avery Webster, the freshman defenseman. Gets the puck to her from behind the net. And when you're a goaltender, it's so hard to square yourself up. Yeah, you're hugging the post and you're able to push off your post, but you have to change your head and where you're looking so fast. And when the shot's coming off the stick that quickly like it does with Morissette, it's so hard to save. As Oswego starting to feel it now with the puck in the Cortland end.
Yeah, the Lakers look to have a little bit more confidence on the ice, and they're really ready to go now that it's tied up at 1-1 with 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes left to go in the second period.
And Oswego now really trying to get some zone entry, try to get one more here with 4:30 left in the game. Katie Kennedy with it, clearing it to the half wall for Quinn Metcalf. Flicks it off the boards, cannot get past Madison Byrne, who recoils back into her own end. Bailey Thomas now with it to Morissette, who touches it in. It's lost in the skates of the Cortland defender, but Morissette cannot hold the puck. King trying to escape the zone for the Red Dragons, but cannot do so, as it's a 2-on-2 board battle here, with the puck not moving much at all. Stewart's in there, and it looks like Thomas is creeping forward to try to get the puck out. She gets it out, goes back to the point, and will just try to backhand it on net. Sarah Cruz racing to the puck, gets there for Erin Stewart. Back to the point for Byrne. Firing it back in for Cruz, who will just get the puck with 3:47 left in the period. Cortland trying to escape, and King is just able to get it past Bailey Thomas, but she's tripped up, but with both their sticks knocking back and forth, there's no call. Madison Byrne with it now. We'll touch up, and I believe there is a call, my bad. That's going to be a trip, and another tough play, a battle at the blue line. But with the captain like King, she has the veteran experience. She gets the call for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, that's not really something you want to see from the freshman. Obviously, she's a little excited. She hasn't had much experience yet, but after getting a goal, you don't want to have a power play goal take away that momentum from you. And Oswego is going to have to do their best to really try and kill this power play once again.
Rose with it now, spinning around, the checking Oswego State forward. Getting it back to Rose, looking for a shot lane, cannot find it, so she'll get it down to Pippin, who looks for the backdoor pass. Back to Rose. Back down, entering the slot is the Red Dragons, and their puck just goes wide off the tip. Gaffney with it now. Oswego State will try to clear, cannot do so as Pippin stops it, cutting to the center point and dropping it back down for a short. Fires a shot, looked like Former couldn't see it, but stops it with her pads. Puck battle behind the net. Philomena Tager wins that and edges it over to Avery Webster. Cannot clear just yet. Cortland doing a great job on their own forecheck as it squirts over to Emily Rose with it. Fires it down and almost goes in, as Farmer could not see it, didn't drop down into the butterfly, and that was close. That was a couple inches to the right, and that's going in.
Yeah, that was very lucky for Farmer. I winced myself on that play, but Farmer hasn't let up. She's been doing a great job of stopping her former team, the Cortland Red Dragons.
Another face-off win for the Red Dragons here, but Byrne will try to pick it up behind her own net. Board battle, she'll battling now. There's 3 Cortland Red Dragons there, battling alongside Madison Byrne and Randazzo, who cannot really get into the scrum. And Byrne's just fine watching the penalty clock tick away here. Now 45 seconds left on this Red Dragons power play, and it looks like Skylar Byrne clears the puck. Oswego State getting the line changed out for their second PK unit. I think Erin Stewart will look to forecheck a little bit. Kennedy rather, finds King. Back to Wilburn. Easy zone entrance for her, but she gets no support, and Oswego State will clear it. The length of the ice, now 17 seconds left on the penalty kill, 1:49 in the period. They will reset behind their own net is the Red Dragons, with Gaffney with it, streaking through the end. Cannot get past a great active stick by the Oswego State defensive line as the power play ends, and Oswego State is at full strength.
Yeah, Oswego's, other than that one power play goal that they let up, they've been doing a really great job of really minimizing the damage from all the opportunities the Red Dragons have been getting.
Now board battle, able to win it is Newfield Kreider, and she'll try to get the puck into the attacking end. Cannot do so with it. Oswego State getting their big forward line out with Morissette part of that unit, who picks up the puck in her own end, loses the puck to the Red Dragon, but of course there's another Laker defenseman there, Madison Byrne, to clear the puck. Morissette with it now in her own end. Easy zone exit for her, but cannot get the length of the ice, and that's a great stop by Taryn Field. The Lakers with it in their own end, 40 seconds left in the period. And there'll be an offsides call as the Red Dragons touch up. 30 seconds now left in the second period. 1-1 game here. And Byrne will go past a couple of defenders. And now it's a 4-on-2 opportunity with Red Dragons taking back. Skylar Madison with a shot and a good save by Gibson.
That was a really great opportunity by Madison Bird. She has been showing a lot of more of her offensive side this year, but a nice save to Gibson to prevent it from being 2-1.
6 seconds left as Webster trying to enter the zone. Not much time left, obviously. 3-2-1. She'll just punch it down behind the Cortland net, and we will end the second period there. Not much more the same, similar to that first period, but what did you see Oswego State getting the goal?
I saw a new life coming in to these Oswego State Lakers players, and I just saw the team that they're supposed to be.
Right, now coming up after this, after the break, Jake Vanderbrook and Dylan McGlynn will cover the Oswego State Lakers fighting back in that second period. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities.
At Oswego is where I've really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron,
And for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Oswego and Cortland were able to find the back of the net. Cortland was able to capitalize on a power play, and well, for Oswego, they were just there at the right place and the right time. Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. Jake Vanderbrook alongside Dylan McGlynn. Notice, compared to the first period to this period, the pace is much faster.
Absolutely, for both sides. I thought the first period was a little slow, not the most exciting period, but we saw a lot of action, a lot of hits, and obviously 2 goals in that period.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like the pace started picking up once Oswego was able to kill the second power play opportunity for Cortland. But let's look at how Cortland was able to capitalize as Emily Rose was able to find the back of the net. And let's take another look here.
And see puck come out to the point. Emily Rose with a wicked one-timer, and she buries it. As you get another look at it right here, just lets it fly, pad side there, and it just beats Farmer. Yeah, that gave Cortland the lead. You see, yeah, right there. Another look, and yeah, nice goal, giving Cortland the lead. But the Lakers, obviously later in the period, able to answer.
Yeah, they definitely were, and the defense, they just weren't there in time. But Samantha Pep and Katie DeVoe were credited for the assists there on that. And here is how Oswego was just right there at the right time as Caitlin Ferguson was able to dish it off to Emma Morissette for the goal to even it up at 1.
Yeah, well, I talked about at the end of the first period that Cortland was really limiting the chances for Oswego to get in the zone, get in the shooting lanes. And Emma Morissette able to get right there, prime scoring chance, and she doesn't miss.
Yeah, because Cortland, they were able to dominate. They were attacking the Oswego zone most of this period, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
And next thing you know, right as soon as Cortland was not able to convert on their third power play opportunity in this game, second in the second period, Oswego just flipped the switch.
Yeah.
They really did.
I mean, make no mistake, Cortland is still in charge of this game, but I think the momentum is swinging Oswego's way. I thought as the period wound down, they had a lot better shifts. Obviously, they scored, so that helps. But I wouldn't be surprised if Oswego comes out with a lot of fire here in the third.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, as the last 2 minutes, they were putting up a lot of shots. They looked good. They were communicating better. The passes were a lot better. The last 5 minutes, there was no sloppy passing. Compared to the other 15 minutes where they were, and a lot of miscommunication was happening in that period, but it looks like they have been tightening it up offensively, and they have been giving a bunch of opportunities, Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if you're Cortland, you're even up at 1. Oswego was just right there at the right time to capitalize, as Emma Morissette was able to find the back of the net. What do you have to do if you're Cortland?
Honestly, if I'm the head coach, I'm saying just keep doing what you're doing. Put the pressure on, put shots on net, because they have really, really outperformed the Lakers through the majority of this game. So I think if they're able to continue to play the way that they've been playing for most of this game, then they shouldn't really have a problem.
Yeah, they just really have to keep putting up shots as we can, let's take a look at the second half stats of just Cortland being very aggressive offensively with shots, as Rachel Farmer already has 27 saves in this one.
Yeah, she's really had to work for it today.
Yeah.
And she's doing it, though. Great game so far.
She really is, but when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit more before we send it over to the third period. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
James, wake up. It's Rise and Shine time. James, Rise and Shine. James, wake up. We're starting the show.
Good morning and welcome back to Rise and Shine at 9. I'm James Gattato here with your next
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
If you think trains will stop if they see a car on the tracks, you're right. They will. About a mile after they hit you. Stop. Trains can't.
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. We got an even one at 1 apiece. Now let's take a look at the second period stats. Cortland just dominating offensively.
Yeah, Cortland continuing to get it done. If we take a look at the stats here, you see still out shooting the Lakers, but in that period it was 12-4 at the end of the first period. It was 6-3. So not a lot of shots in that period, but Oswego did have a slight edge.
Yeah, and Cortland 19, 17 faceoffs, but let's go into the power plays. Cortland 1 for 4, and the Lakers 0 for 2. Cortland has been very aggressive offensively. I mentioned that before, and it's just too fast for Oswego.
Yeah, I mean, I know one of the keys to the game for Matt and Vikram for Oswego was utilize their speed, and they have not done that at all. It's been the opposite. They've been too slow. Cortland just going right by him, and obviously you see a lot of penalties. Trip, 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 trip. 4 tripping penalties in this game. Because when people are going by you, all you can do, whip your stick out and hit them, and that's a trip.
Yeah, and that's the only way Oswego has been slowing them down. And it's just, they just look sloppy on defense, and it's just too fast. Their second and third line have been very effective in this one. No doubt about it.
Yeah, they've been definitely utilizing their depth because no matter what line's on the ice, what D pairs on the ice, they're moving the puck well, and they're all generating scoring chances for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately for them, you would think that they would be leading right now. When you got very aggressive play, you have power play opportunities. You had 4 power play opportunities. Man, oh man, you would think that this would be all Cortland.
They're going to need to get one here in the third.
Yeah, they really are going to need one indeed. And what do you do if you're Oswego?
I would say just keep playing like you did the last couple of minutes of that period. I thought it was an encouraging way to finish it out.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that and that one. But when we come back, Matt Walling and Vikram Shaw have the call for the third period. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Welcome back to the Romano Campus Ice Arena. You are listening to Hockey Night in Oswego. Matt Willing joined alongside Vikram Shah. Third period just about underway for the Oswego State Lakers. Tied 1-1 with the Cortland Red Dragons. By the end of that second period, the Lakers had 10 registered shots on goal, 6 in the second, 4 in the first. But the big number to me is 3, and they only allowed 3 shots on goal in that second period.
Yeah, they really turned their game around in the second period. Showed a lot of confidence that they were lacking in the first period, and really wanted to show Cortland that they are not a team to mess with.
Right, still a little sloppy in the second period, but they managed to tie the game back up, and that was the most important thing at the time for the Lakers. Sherwinski loses it now, and Cortland unable to make anything of it, as the Lakers will clear the puck. Sherwinski with it, just gets in onside, was Morissette, and Sherwinski now battling with Samantha Pippin, loses it. Pippin regains and looks to fire it along the boards to Rose. Rose behind her net, looks to exit and does so at just an outstretched stick of Emma Morissette. Rose will fire the puck down for a change as it's Avery Webster picking up the puck. Randazzo now with it. And she'll fire it off the stick right to Patton. It's a 2-on-1 Patton and Stewart. Patton on the left side, ripping a shot, save, rebound in front. Patton looking to pick it up, and Cortland will get rid of it. That's to Emily King, the captain.
Cortland's got to be feeling very proud of themselves to have the game tied 1-1 in the third period against Oswego, who's 4-0.
Right. Work down low for Cortland. Nothing coming out of it. What's the man? Kirsten McDowell will lose the puck, and now it's Erin Stewart with her second chance of the period. Looking for a shot, shoots it, fans on it. Great back check by the Cortland Red Dragons. Number 20, Carly Weigel with that.
It looks as if the Cortland players are starting to get a little tired, and Oswego's speed has really been showing in the first few minutes of the period.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth action as Byrne beats out the icing with it. Skylar Byrne back to the half wall, back to the point for Webster, just mishandles it, and now Taryn Field with it. Escapes the zone. Fires into the Oswego end. Behind the net now. And looks like Webster trying to pick it up, cannot do so as Field picks it up. Back to the point for Kennedy. Looks for a shot, fires, and that's deflected by Webster. Behind the net is the Cortland Red Dragons with it now. Circling out in front. Back to the point. Shot. Blocked. Cruz now with it, looking to get out of her own end, and will just punch it along. Almost the length of the ice. Does not look like it might go for an icing, and it just does.
Yeah. Cruz tried what she could to clear it, but it was an icing. Cortland's really not showing the charisma they had in the first period and start of the second period. They've seemed to cool off a little bit, and Oswego really needs to take advantage because Cortland shows signs of fatigue, and Oswego really needs to step on them to get that second goal and the lead in the third period.
Webster with it, weaving her way through a couple players, takes a shot, big save there by Gibson. And this is the Lakers, really the play we expected from them at the start of the puck drop, the start of the game at 7 o'clock, not here now, an hour and 30 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to Gibson because despite letting up one goal, she's played a fantastic game against the really talented Oswego Lakers offense.
Devoe with it now, trying to get into the zone. Cannot do so. Solid defensive effort there by the Lakers. Molly Evans just clears. And it's going to go back into the zone for Bailey Thomas with it now behind her own net. Flips it to Evans. who's guarded well by the forecheck of Quinn Metcalf. Evans back with it to Thomas, and just fires around to Newfield Kreider. Over to Rankin, cannot get there, as it's King with it now, dumping it in to an open area. Evans defends well with it, trying to clear, cannot do so. But the Lakers will follow up with it and just get it out of the zone. Looks like it's going to go down the length of the ice for an icing, which is called, and now the second icing within a couple of minutes here for the Lakers.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a physical game. Oswego can sometimes get physical with their penalties, and there's been a few plays where it's just been unwarranted, but for the most part, it's been pretty clean, and Cortland is just trying to hold on right now. Oswego hasn't brought their best stuff today, excuse me, as they have a quick change for the face-off. Victoria Rankin comes on the ice.
Yeah, it looked like the Lakers might have tried to sneak on a player that wasn't on there for the icing. Rankin comes back out, wins the face-off to Molly Evans. Cannot get it to Gustafson with a great play along the boards by the Red Dragons. Metcalf with it now, dropping it down to King. Circling back to center point, comes out of play, and a mixed call, looks like it. Nope, referee's got it, delayed offside, with the Lakers now coming up the ice with it. A little nifty move by Kreider. Newfield Kreider takes a shot, followed up a good opportunity, and a save by Gibson. Good active sticks there by the Cortland defense, with Newfield Kreider making a couple of good moves. She couldn't get a shot off there with the stick lifts.
Yeah, Newfield Kreider just missed the first opportunity, which was probably going to be her best one, and couldn't get enough power on the second shot, so Gibson was able to stop it pretty easily.
Offstone face-off won by Morissette, but Madison Byrne cannot keep it in. So she'll recoil at her own blue line. Fires it up, but Cortland will pick it up. Back over to Madison Byrne. Right in front of her own net, loses the puck to the boards. And Edwards with it, trying to battle for the puck for the Red Dragons. The Lakers clear all the way to Katie Kennedy, who's at her own blue line now with it. Loses the puck to a Lakers forward, who Randazzo rather tries to get onside, waiting for either Sherwinski or Patton over there on the far side, was unable to do so. Offside for the Lakers. 15-13 left in the third period, 1-1 Oswego. They're tied with Cortland.
Yeah, Oswego's really got to, even though they've showed a lot more confidence in the third period, they're really going to have to show some more oomph to get that second goal and really sneak the puck past Gibson, because she's been playing a great game so far today.
And here's that relentless forecheck we keep bringing back up for the Lakers. Sarah Cruz with it now, behind the goal, battling with Emily Rose, the junior out of Clayton, New York, and she'll win the puck over to her teammate, Shore, who tries to clear. Randazzo picks up at the blue line, fires a shot, easy save for Gibson. Back around to Rose, spins around for Shore, or for Schnorr. And Madison Byrne with a nice flick to prevent the 2-on-1 rush for the Red Dragons. Pippen with it now, dropping it back over to the slot, deflected off, and it looks like it's Gaffney with it now. Gaffney punches it down behind the net. Two Red Dragons go off for a change, as Randazzo with it now behind her own net. Tries to get it out, but Rose with a nice stop. A little sloppy play there by Randazzo trying to clear.
Yeah. And regardless of the final score, Cortland's got to be proud of themselves for playing such a tight game against Oswego and holding it so tight up until the third quarter.
Right, King with it now, firing into the Oswego State defensive end. Madison Byrne picks it up. A little tussle there. In the slot, shot saved by Farmer. And that was the defenseman, Caitlin Cummings, who cannot do much with it. As it looks like Sherwinski trying to beat out the icing, cannot do so. And they call that pretty early, but a good call nonetheless.
Yeah, Sherwinski really tried her best, but there was nothing she could do against Cortland's other player.
Yeah, and that was Wilburn with it looked like Sherwinski had a couple of steps on her, and we have a replay here. Or no, we don't. Technical difficulties, but Sherwinski had a step behind and was not picking that up, so a good call by the referees here. Oswego State looks to win the faceoff, and they do so. And it's Byrne looking to clear with ease. She does so. Chips around the defenseman. Now it's Morissette and Byrne both battling for it. Morissette gets the puck, falls hard in the behind the net, excuse me. Pops right back up. King with it now, exiting the zone for the Red Dragons. Byrne fires it into the zone, but cannot get past Samantha Pippin of the Red Dragons. She'll skate in on a 3-on-2, a couple back checkers for the Lakers. And Cortland with it behind the net. Back behind the net, Randazzo will pick it up. She's trying to skate out of the zone, makes a player miss, and she's gonna get past in the blue line into the Cortland end with speed. Fires a shot on net, and Gibson with a big save. And she's quite far out of her own crease. You see the confidence she's playing with in this game. She's that far out in the crease, cutting down the angle, and that's really impressive to see out of a goaltender who's playing one of the better teams in the new HL.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Randazzo, but Gibson just ate it up. She's been playing a fantastic game against a great team, and really showing that she deserves to be the starting goalie.
Another one face-off for the Red Dragons, who clear, but not past Philomena Taggart, who cycles it back into her own end. Squares up and dumps the puck down, almost for McAleer, but Kirsten McDowell picks it up for the Red Dragons. Carly Weigel punches it down. No icing as she was closer to the blue line. And Webster with it now, trying to break out. Skates past the red line with it and dumps it in for her forwards to go on forecheck. McAleer trailing the puck, and she cannot pick it up with McDowell picking it up. She strides to the end, makes a player miss, and she'll dump it off for Carly Weigold into the middle of the ice, and we'll just try to dump it in. Stuck in the skates of Taggart, but she'll win it. Ferguson with it now, follows up, makes a player miss. Back over to Ferguson, behind the net, drops it back off. The Oswego State Lake at the point. Fires a shot, and Gibson with another solid save here. 11:51 left in the third period. 1-1, Oswego State tied with SUNY Cortland here.
Yeah, that was a nice attempt by Philomena Taggart, but Gibson once again ate it up. Oswego is trying to get their shots in. They just got to be a little more sneaky and try and get past this defense of Cortland, who's been doing a fantastic job today.
Cruz with it now, back down low. It looks like Ferguson. Back to Cruz, in front of the net, shot, tip, back out in front, shot by Thomas, save. What a save by Gibson. Could not see the puck, but punched out her blocker. And it looks like it's Ferguson hobbling off the ice for the Lakers. Down to the other end of the ice with it, Molly Evans trying to get out of the zone. Is able to just find her way across the ice with Stewart, who punched it in. Sherwinski now on the forecheck. Gibson makes the stop and hassles and makes Sherwinski struggle. She'll pick it up into the center of the ice, no one home. Byrne with it, Byrne on a 2-on-1. Very solid play by her as the Red Dragons go for a line change. Byrne with it now. Morissette now entering the zone, but a good stop by Emily Rose. Byrne again with it, firing a puck on net.
Oswego has been getting some really good opportunities. They just can't seem to capitalize, and they're just going to have to try harder to get the puck past Gibson.
And it looks like they're really missing former captain from last year, Olivia Ellis, who seemed to have a knack for the net. You needed a goal, she was the one to get one, and especially right in tight, had such good vision to find the puck and managed to pull it away from a scrum and put it on net as Randazzo clears the on her end. Cortland keeps it in, however, and that's Emily King tripped up by a Laker, and that's going to be another penalty on the Lakers.
Yeah, both Ellis and Julianne White's presence are missed. Julianne White scored a few last-second goals, one being against Plattsburgh, the one where they tied, and that was a really big game for Oswego last year.
And that's Jeannie Patton in the box for what looked like a trip or a hook, and she does not seem happy. That's the fourth penalty that Oswego State will take. And it looks like we have a replay here on Ferguson. A heavy shot, and Ferguson blocks it. And she goes down hard with a shot, really heavy shot that Bailey Thomas has. And now Oswego State clears it, looks for a break, but Rankin cannot get on the puck. As Emily Rose with it now for the Red Dragons. Enters the zone with ease. Gets behind the net and follows up her puck. Taggart with it, trying to get it. Leaves it for Avery Webster, who will fire it down just off a glove with the Red Dragons. And it's a clear. And a 2-on-1 opportunity for Stewart and Rankin. Stewart flutters it in front of the net. Rankin with it now at the circle, and she'll punch it down low and go for a line change.
Oswego this power play is really crucial for Oswego to kill because with only 9.5 minutes left in the third period, this could be very crucial to the result of the game.
Most definitely, as the Red Dragons trying to spread the Lakers out wide, doing a good job keeping the box and the penalty positioning in check. As Emily Rose calls for a pass, gets it at the point, shot, saved by Farmer. And that's a clear shot that she was able to see and track the whole way. And you're not going to score a whole lot of goals on her that way.
Yeah, no, Farmer has just been doing great. She's been eating those shots up left and right and really being there for the Lakers when they've been playing sloppily. She's been bringing her best stuff.
Just over 9 minutes left in the game. 1-1 tie here as the Lakers play host to the Cortland Red Dragons in their third New HL matchup of the season. Morissette trying to clear, cannot do so, as King will pick it up, takes a shot, and it goes wide. Kept in by the Red Dragons. Back out towards the half wall, and now back to the point for Wilburn. Finds the shot, cross, and it's sent over. Shot missed by King, and a great back check there by what looked like Emma Morissette on the play. Now Emma Morissette looking for Newfield Kreider across the way. She'll pull up a pass, but Newfield Kreider cannot get a stick on it. As it looks like it could be a 3-on-2 rush for the Red Dragons, but Morissette gets back. Randazzo with it now. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Lakers, doing a very solid job at that.
Yeah, Randazzo was, it was really great that Randazzo was able to kill it because now the penalty is almost over. And the Lakers are about to return to full strength.
As they do, it's Patton on it. Big rebound left by Farmer, and a good job by the Lakers defense clearing the crease. Reyes with it, drives to the net, cannot do much. And that was a scrum in front of the net, but Farmer covers it for a whistle.
And there seems to be a little aggression between the two teams. Fight almost breaks out, but the refs are able to break it up.
Right, 7:59 left to go in the game. Oswego State tied up with the SUNY Cortland Red Dragons by a score of 1-1. Cortland looking for their first New HL conference win of the season and really seem to be out shooting the Lakers over the course of the entire game, but most certainly in that first period.
Yeah, it's the little things that add up, and winning the face-offs is something that Oswego is going to have to continue to do as they just did to try and get the upper hand against the Red Dragons.
Evans looking for an outlet to clear, cannot do so. And she'll try again behind her own net with it. Over to Bailey Thomas, looking for Byrne. She gets it, but loses the puck to the Red Dragon. Looks like she's stripped up, no call there. And Cruz looking to fire her way out of the zone. Aaron Stewart cannot get it laying the ice. And Skylar Byrne almost with an opportunity there. Bailey Thomas now with it. Cortland gets a stick on it. It's Rose looking for a shot. Shot goes just over the net. And again, Farmer doing a good job getting out in front of the crease. Back to the point for the Red Dragons. Rose calls for it, looking for a shot, but a good job by Skylar Byrne getting on her. Goes down low. Bailey Thomas trying to get the puck off of the Red Dragon. Cannot do so as Grace Schnorr with it. Back to Rose. Shot. Just goes wide, and Stewart will be the first one on the puck, trying to fire at the length of the ice here, as it may go for an icing.
As Cortland, they've just been bringing a great offensive look to the ice tonight and really just putting their best stuff forward, shot after shot. Some of them going wide, most of them going wide, but they've been getting really great looks at the puck.
Bailey Thomas able to get it to a teammate, just does not get out of play, as it looks like Molly Evans will try to clear again. And she's able to do so, just laying the ice. And now it's Sherwinski with it, one-on-one opportunity. Morissette looking for help. Fires a shot, not a great angle, but did not have much there going for Sherwinski. As the Red Dragons able to clear it, 6:15 left in the third period. Play in front, the Red Dragons pick it up, that's Quinn Metcalf. Dumps it in, Farmer plays it to Avery Webster. Webster behind her net, spins off a defender, but the second one is unable to get rid of it. Padden trying to get the puck, cannot do so. And now the Red Dragons with it. It looks like Lakers try to clear, but it goes into the Cortland Red Dragons bench.
Yeah, Oswego seems to have their energy fizzle out a little bit. not showing the same energy they had in the first few minutes of the period, and they're really going to have to get that back if they're going to want to put one through Gibson in the final 5 minutes of the game, because Gibson's been playing a really fantastic game, and they're not going to get anything through if they're not on the top of their game, bringing their best energy.
Tigger with it now, trying to get the puck. Rankin now helping her out as they both try to battle with a couple of Red Dragons there to get the puck. Carly Weigel amongst them for it, as well as Taryn Field, the 2 Red Dragons as part of it. Puck's not moving. It looks like Tigger can finally kick it out over to Gustafson. And now another board battle. Along the half wall, a couple players for either side have it. The Lakers just get it out, but not until they get it over to what looks to be Avery Webster to clear. Rankin battling with Conradi. Neither can get it out as the Red Dragons just punch it into the own end. Gustafson calling for it, and it just skips wide as it looks like it might go all the way to the length of the ice for an icing. But Gibson will touch it up. They're not stopping the play here. As the Red Dragons trying to get some speed to go into the Laker end. Good job standing them up by Avery Webster, the freshman defenseman. And a couple Red Dragons out there on the ice. No too many men on ice called. As Gustin with it now, lone Laker in the attacking end. She's just going to try to rag it around and wait for a couple teammates. Webster with a shot. Weak save there by Gibson, and it looked like it deflected off a Red Dragon in front of the net. Gustin with it now. It's taken down by a Red Dragon. No penalty called. And Lakers with it now. Cutting to the front net. Shot. Save. And another battle here. As it's Stewart going back to the point for Byrne. Looking over for a deep pair partner. Webster. Shot. Save. Good deflection there, but a big save by Gibson. Gustafson now with it.
They're going to have to give Webster a few better looks at the puck because she's got some great hands, but she hasn't been getting good angles. That's why she hasn't been able to get the puck to sink yet.
Now the Red Dragons able to clear. Now what's going on here is it's a 2-on-1 and a big save there for Farmer. Sherwinski with it, trying to get it to her teammate. Stewart but cannot do so. And the Red Dragons punch it in for a clear. Avery Webster still on the ice here. Seems like it's a bit of a long shift for her. And she just gets to Sherwinski at the blue line of the Lakers. Stewart clears the ice. No icing called here as Morissette is chasing and really just a great forecheck there. And now Bailey Thomas with it, or Randazzo, excuse me. Fires it into the Cortland Red Dragons end. And the Lakers forecheck will continue to pursue the puck carrier. Over to Emily King. Floaters it up, trying to get out of the zone. Cannot do so until she gets some help from Abby Paduano. Byrne with it now. Looks for Sherwinski, but gets her on the far side, and it's going to go the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, Byrne was trying to get it to Zerwinski, but Zerwinski was coming off and didn't see that.
All right, here we have potential miscall on the penalty, and it looks like there was just a body battle there. It looked like that might have been Amanda Gaffney, who might have tripped up Gustafson. You see the skate battle, the leg extending out. No call there, but with a couple minutes left, you're really not seeing too many calls like that.
Yeah.
Face-off win by the Red Dragons, firing it back along the half wall. Morissette trying to use her active stick. Now to Weigel with it. Now in front of that shot, saved by Farmer, and it goes behind the net. King with it now. Back out to the point. Shot. Deflected wide. Taryn Field with it now behind the net. Sends it out in front, but Allison Edwards cannot find it as she picks it up now. Back to the point. They'll tuck it in for Carly Weigel. Back to the point for McDowell. Great block shot there by what looked like Sherwinski.
As the time winds down, it looks like more and more likely that we'll be getting some free hockey today.
Yeah, a little overtime action here. But Sherwinski able to clear with it now. And it looks to just send it over to Padden at the far side, and she'll dump it in now. Again, this forecheck, more set with it now. Cuts the middle of the ice. Puck goes wide. Weigel trying to send the length of the ice, and a misplay by Randazzo, and there's a 1-on-1 opportunity for Edwards. Fires a shot blocked by Byrne and goes wide. Edwards back with it now. Over to Morissette. Over to Randazzo with it. She'll circle around. Forechecked by the Red Dragons. Find a shot and a good block there by Byrne.
Byrne's been everywhere when she needs to be. She's been playing a great game today, and the Lakers defense would be suffering without her.
Yeah, most definitely. When you have half of your starting 6, 3 freshmen, that's a lot. And now the Lakers will go to clear with 1 minute left in regulation here. Of course, a tie game so far, about 50 seconds left. And the Red Dragons will try to fire it down into the Oswego end. Webster recoils for it, circles back around, loses it to the Red Dragons, which will pick it back up. Over to Rankin, back in front. And it looks like that was tried to be knocked out, but the Lakers cannot do so. And now it's King with it. Tries a shot in front, rebound. Forward, looks like she covered it. There's a scrum, and they're going to cover the puck. And that's a scary play if you're Coach Diane Dillon and these Lakers.
Yeah, it's a lot of bodies around your star goalie, but Farmer's okay, and she made the stop, so it's everything seems to be okay for the time being. Cortland just takes a timeout, trying to focus.
And here's the play there earlier on. Oswego can't clear, and Red Dragons doing a good job sending 2-3, now 3 players in front of the net. Farmer standing tall, getting into the butterfly, and to have the active mindset and the hockey IQ to search to her left as she's hugging that right post to try to find the puck is so smart, and this is what Coach Diane Dillon brought her in for. She reminds me so much of a player like Jonathan Quick at the LA Kings. Small, shifty, athletic, not always in the best position, but just finds a way to keep the puck out of her own net. And with the Red Dragons taking a timeout here, they're sending out their full line. They're sending out all attack, and that's what you want to see if you're the underdog coming into the game. Don't let it get to overtime.
Yeah.
You want to really put the pedal to the floor and try to end it here in the last 28.7 seconds left in the game. Because if you give Coach Diane Dillon enough time during the break between the third period and overtime, she could work some magic as one of the better coaches in the new HL.
Yeah, Cortland's been playing a fantastic game this entire night, and they really want to send home with a victory in these last 28 seconds, as you said. So they'll be coming all attack, and Oswego's just going to try and hold on, maybe sneak one past Gibson, but if not, get us that free hockey.
Now it looks like it's Sarah Cruz, the freshman, taking the face-off against Carly Weigold, who's yet to register a goal on the season. There's a scrum here with about 20 seconds left in the game. And the Lakers just come away with it and cannot get it by Emily Rose. Now it finally squirts out, and Weigold sends it back into the Oswego end. That's a sloppy play there by what looked like Byrne. Or Taggart, excuse me, as she had time to clear it but didn't do so. Now with about 3 seconds left, it's going to go not for an icing, but we're going to get some free hockey, as you said, Vikram. And early on in that third period, Oswego playing pretty well. But in the last few shifts, Cortland really dominating.
Yeah, both teams have been doing a really great job tonight.
Right, and we're going to take a quick break here on Hockey Night in Oswego. Coming up after the break, overtime action. You're watching WTOP 10.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do.
Mom!
See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP, your television.
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego. We've got some overtime action as the Cortland Red Dragons look to win their first new HL game now against the Oswego State Lakers. Of course, this is 5-on-5 action, 5 minutes of overtime. There's no shootouts in college hockey. We could be very likely going home and seeing a tie. But of course, early in that third period, the Lakers picked up their speed, picked up their passing. But right now, Cortland seems excited and really anxious. And right now, they're on their toes as they win the faceoff.
Yeah, Oswego really stepped up their game in the third period. They weren't seeming themselves in the first 2 periods, and they finally regained their true form, and hopefully they can put it through past Gibson right now.
And now Cruz will fire it in. Rose picks it up for the Red Dragons, looking to clear. Cannot do so as Cruz gets a foot on it, but it's going to go down the length of the ice. Not for an icing, as Philomena Tager will pick it up. Circles back behind her own net. Now over to Erin Stewart. Looks to fire a pass, but will hold on to it, and gets great play by Gaffney, who forces her to throw it on net. McDowell with it now behind her own net, looking for an outlet pass. Fans on it, more set with it, cannot do anything with it. Kennedy with it now. Sherwinski keeps it in, and no, they're going to call that offsides. And Sherwinski's not happy about that.
Yeah, just didn't seem like she was offsides. The refs get the final call, but Oswego can't let it get to them. They just got to keep pushing through and try and sneak one in.
Morissette will take on the face-off against Caitlin Cummings, and she'll win it over to Byrne. Fires it down with McDowell picking it up. And they'll circle it around for Quinn Metcalf, who is unable to clear and tries to knock it down, cannot do so, with Caitlin Cummings on it. And over to Olivia Wilburn. McDowell fires it over to Metcalf. Oswego able to pick up the puck. Morissette can't do much with it as she loses her skates. And now it's Emily King with it with a 1-on-1, now 2-on-1. Good block by Byrne, picked up by Randazzo, and she's going to go out of her end and look to create some offense. Sherwinski ahead of the defender but cannot get the puck, and Byrne will pick it back up at the red line. Loses it to Carly Weigel, and she's going to look to go on a little break of her own, but Randazzo with a great stick and good body positioning knocks her off the puck.
Yeah, Madison Byrne was very
Stewart
lucky to have Randazzo there.
Over to Newfield Kreider, gets harassed by a couple of defenders and cannot do anything with it as she gets behind the net. Over to Stewart. Picks it up at the half wall, trying to send it down, and she gets tripped up and no call there. Active stick keeps it in the zone momentarily for the Lakers.
It's getting a little ridiculous with this no call thing. It was obviously a tripping by the Cortland Red Dragons.
Right, and now it looks like that's Newfield Kreider. Takes a shot, blocked by Rose. Follow-up, saved by Gibson, and a great save by her. Very active, and as there was a bit of a screen there with Emily Rose. And of course, after the period, after these 2:39 left in the game, whether it be earlier or after, of course, Dylan McGlynn will have you on the postgame show alongside Jake Vandenbroek, going over all the analysis, all the good stuff, the goals, the penalties, the missed penalties, the penalty kill, the power play, all that good stuff for the Lakers. Went back to the point for the Lakers. Shot blocked by Wilburn. Kreider takes a shot, and now it's Morissette behind the net. Back over to Padden. Shot blocked by Wilburn. Padden looks to intercept. Cannot do so, as McDowell with it now. Looking to exit the zone. Get over to Metcalf, cannot pick it up out of the zone, but Grace Schnorr will. 2-on-2 here for the Red Dragons. Cuts the outside. Shot deflected off by Farmer. Gaffney with it now. Down low. Padden picks it up for the Lakers and looks to exit the zone. The Red Dragons fan on a shot. It's going to go out all the way to their own end. But no icing as McDowell picks it up. Patton trying to just control the puck as she waits for her teammates to come down. And Morissette getting back on that forecheck.
Cortland's been really controlling all the minutes of overtime right now, and Oswego just hasn't seemed to have any energy or any real chance of getting the game-winning goal.
90 seconds left in the overtime. Oswego State picks it up. Looks like it's Gustafson. Gets knocked down again, but she was just outbodied by Emily King, the captain of Cortland. No call there. Over to Webster, looking to enter get the red line and give it over to Cruz. Looking in for a shot, cannot get the puck. Tries to fire back in front of the slot, cannot do so. And with Webster pinching, that's going to be Rendazzo with the puck now. Loses the puck, but Cruz there to pick it up at the red line. She'll pick it up again here and fire it into the zone as the Lakers go for a line change. 1 minute left in the game. Rose flips it back and around for Metcalf. Firing it over at Taggart now, keeping it in the end. And Gustin will go back on the forecheck. Rose picks it up in a little bit of a board battle there, and will leave it for Gaffney behind her own net. Morissette with an active stick. And now again, Patton looking to jump on it. That's Gustafson. She'll get tied up behind the Cortland net. Cannot get onto the puck, but Taggart will pick it up. She'll pick it up, swing behind the net, looking for someone out in front. Fires a wraparound, an easy save for Gibson. 21.1 seconds left in the overtime.
Yeah, it looks like Gustafson was tripped, but the refs didn't call it, and Cortland seems to be having the control here, but it looks as if it's going to end a 1-1 tie, which is good for both teams. Oswego played very sloppily today, and it's nice for them to come away not with their first loss of the season. And Cortland played their hearts out today and was projected to be blown out, but managed to squeak by with a tie.
Yeah, but there's still 21.1 seconds. A lot of action, especially for this Lakers team that's going to have an offensive zone face-off. It'll be interesting to see who they send out there for the Lakers, as there's about 7 girls and the goaltender, Farmer, on the ice right now as Coach Diane Dillon is talking to her team. Of course, keep in mind Avery Webster and Bailey Thomas, 2 freshmen, have a great shot, and Philomena Taggart leading the defense with 3 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah, Bailey Thomas has been all over the puck today. She's really played some great stuff. She's a real asset to the team, and Avery Webster just has so much talent, and hopefully she can put it into play in the last 21 seconds of overtime.
There you see Gibson, who's stood tall pretty much all game. Unofficially, Oswego State has 23 shots, so by that math, she has about 22 saves. Really an excellent performance by her, and to match up against a goaltender like Rachel Farmer, who she played with for a couple seasons back when Farmer was in Cortland. It's been really excellent seeing a great goaltending battle on both sides of the equation.
Yeah, both goalies, both Farmer and Gibson, have played fantastic games, only letting up 1 goal each. 23 shots by Oswego, 39 by Cortland. Just really some impressive stuff behind the net.
Oswego State wins it. Over to Taggart, looking for a shot. Fires behind the net. Back around for Morissette, losing it to Pippin, and she'll try to exit the zone. King now with it. Fires Schnorr for breakaway. 7 seconds left. Goes in, and it just misses the net. What a stop by Farmer as time is about to expire. Oswego State sneaks out of here with a tie after, frankly, not having a great game.
Yeah, they can be proud of their play. Their passing was sloppy. They didn't have energy. They weren't bringing their speed. They're lucky to have snuck away with just a tie and not a loss, because the Cortland Red Dragons have been not a very good team this season, but they played their hearts out tonight, and they got to be really proud of their win.
Yeah,
or excuse me, their tie.
Yeah, and this is a game that Cortland seemed to dominate for, I would say, at least 40 minutes of the play. Mm-hmm. The first 20 was all Cortland. The first couple of shifts of this second period was pretty good for the Lakers. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have right now. Don't go anywhere. We've got the post game with Jake Vanderbrook and Dylan McGlynn talking about the game that was. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Living Connect. I'm absolutely. You know, Dan Kane, you know, this is his second year to have at least one shot.
But communicate and just, you have to go back to the basics.
Absolutely wrong, because those
Right now, 1 and 2 in the SUNY action. If you can win both of those games,
sick and tired, Brandon.
if the other team can win 1 point, hey, Vanderbilt.
Oh, absolutely. Come on. Just give me the 1-0 lead, all right?
No.
Or watching Laker Connection.
Connections here on WTOP 10.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey guys, I think I'm a little shiny. Can someone help with that, please?
So you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you know you're gonna start off the show like suspended from the ceiling, right? So you're all set with that. So yeah, just remember everything else we talked about and make sure you follow the prompter.
I mean, don't I always?
No, just do what we talked about, okay?
Alright, no problem. Let's go!
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
A last-second breakaway chance, but she was not able to convert as Cortland and Oswego draw 2-1. Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego for the post-game intermission report. Jake Vanderbrook alongside Dylan McClellan. This Oswego team got very lucky. They jumped off to a bad start because Cortland just dominated offensively, Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I'm Oswego, I'm happy with getting out of here with a tie. So early on, first period, Cortland just dominating, couldn't get it out of the zone. They continued through most of the second period, but I thought the third period that Oswego did a much better job, although they weren't able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. As Cortland put up a total of 36 shots on net. And going back to Allison Edwards, the fact that she had 3 breakaway opportunities, she just could not find them. 3 of them in the third period and the extra 5 minutes of overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting a look at a shot from Emily Rose. She scored Cortland's only goal, and she had a couple really good chances. Another good chance here. But, I mean, it's worth highlighting. Rachel Farmer had a great game in net for the Lakers, especially late in this game, because Cortland had several really good chances at the end of the third and in overtime as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then Oswego, they were able to pick it up defensively and get going offensively in the third period.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought their zone exits were a lot better in the third period. They were maintaining possession in the offensive zone a little bit longer.
Yeah, definitely. And let's get a recap of the goals of what earlier saw. Let's start off early in the second period where Cortland was able to capitalize off of the power play goal.
Yeah, you see Emily Rose, loose puck bounces right out to her, and she one times it home. I mean, we saw it several times this game. She's got an absolute ripper of a shot, and she just let it fly here.
Yeah, definitely. We really saw that all throughout the game. When Cortland was on the power play, you know she was going to come up with that one timer. You just knew when that stick went up, you knew there was going to be a big shot coming. And then on to Oswego, how they were able to even this one up at 1 as Emma Morissette was able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, just beautiful play. See, Morissette just kind of slides back into the slot there, and there's nobody near her. And that just a great pass by Ferguson, and she makes no mistake and buries it.
Yeah,
get another look here.
Right place, right time. This was something that was much needed for the Oswego Lakers. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge spark for the team. Really got them going. Because they were playing better at that point. But I think that was the goal that said, like, hey, we're still in this game.
Yeah.
We're getting outplayed, but we're still in it.
Yeah, definitely. And remember, that was from the second power play opportunity in that period, the third total for Cortland. And then they just flipped the switch. They really did.
Yeah.
That it was that second line that was being very effective, attacking Cortland's zone. One mistake by Cortland. Next thing you know, Oswego's off to the races. Next thing you know, Caitlin Ferguson was able to dish it out to Emma Morissette, and she was able to capitalize for Oswego. Very lucky for the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, if I'm the Lakers, they got outplayed tonight. I'm happy with the tie.
Yeah.
I think they eked this one out just barely.
Yeah, definitely. And and let's take a look at the full screen stats in this one as the shots. They were just crazy, insane. 20 shots for Oswego, 22 for Cortland, and then look at the power play opportunities for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, something that stands out to me for the shots is that it was 12-4 Cortland at the end of the first period, which means it was 16-10 the rest of the way. So I really thought that shows that they did a much better job of picking it up as the game went along.
Absolutely. Now let's send it over to Matt Walling and Vikram Shaw for their final takes of this one.
All right, thanks, guys. Now, Vikram, a lot of missed chances here for the Lakers. This is a team in the Red Dragons that, frankly, have yet to win a game in UHL play. They're not a top-tier team in the new UHL. They didn't even make the playoffs last year out of the 4 teams that made it.
Yeah, the Lakers were really just played sloppily. They had a lot of missed chances, a lot of missed opportunities with shots, not working through the defense, and they were just giving unforced errors on the penalties.
Yeah, and definitely those unforced errors. You saw them. They seemed like they just weren't in sync.
Mm-hmm.
They were one pass too far, one pass too many, and they weren't clicking together in the same gear. And this is a team with such a heavy and strong forecheck. You need all your 5 players working in unison so that you're not cut short, so that you're able to get out of the zone easily, that you're able to hem Cortland into their own end. And that's something we haven't seen from the Lakers so far this period, or so far this game, I should say.
Yeah, the Lakers just were very sluggish. They didn't have the same energy that they usually bring. The only the bright side was Rachel Farmer and her success behind the net.
Yeah, she's looked really good, and she's someone that came from Cortland looking to get more goal support from her offense and from her other teams, and that's what Coach Dillon expects and demands out of her offense. But right now, they've only scored 4 goals in 3 new HL games played. 2 of those goals by Emma Morissette. The other sophomores on that forward line in Jeannie Padden and Leah Shawinski have not scored a goal yet, and that's something that's so crucial to this team. They're the engine that makes this team go.
Yeah, Emma Morissette had the lone goal for Oswego, and that was the bright spot for Oswego.
Yeah, and they really just need to get it down low, get it into the crease, and force it out in front of the net and really get a great opportunity for the Lakers. And this is the first time that the Lakers have not defeated the Red Dragons in 3 seasons. Wasn't a loss, but a tie does count and kind of breaks the winning streak for the Lakers. Unfortunately, that's all the time we've got for Hockey Night in Oswego. For Jake Vandenbroek, Dylan McGlynn, and Vikram Shah, and Matt Otland.